What's going on, guys? Boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a live stream right now. Here with my boy Desert Eagle 90. I thought something was wrong with the screen. Okay, we're good. Sorry about the delay, guys. We just had some issues real quick. So if you guys don't know, we're streaming from both channels, my channel and Desert Eagle 90's channel. So hit both of these channels when you get the chance. Check out. So all your chats from both channels will be as one. So we're actually streaming from two channels now, just to let you guys know what's going on. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to get straight to it. Obviously, we have the Cardinals this Sunday. There's a lot at stake here because the Eagles really do need to win. We really can't rely on other teams, but we might have to. There was some news that did come out, I think earlier today about there was a report on Jeffrey Lurie kind of not even contemplating on firing Howie Roseman whatsoever. But there was rumors earlier, I think like a few weeks ago, that Jeff McLean put out some rumors around the NovaCare that Howie Roseman might lose his personnel power, okay? Might be losing that. And staying as a GM, keep him in the closet, working the numbers, working the cap space, and that's pretty much it. So, Desert, what's going on, man? How you doing, and how do you feel about this coming weekend?
First of all, I'm doing great. Hope everybody's staying warm. It was cold. It was cold in Philly. But but as far as this weekend goes, I'm actually feeling much better after this game. I mean, but at the same time, not gonna, get my hopes up or anything, who knows? The Saints game was definitely a win that we need. I could say a lot of us didn't really expect, but any given Sunday, that's what happens. Any given Sunday, or maybe the Saints underestimated us. They didn't come prepared. Maybe that's what it was, trap game. But as far as the Cardinals go, I'm not going to lie to you. As I said before, the Cardinals scared me for the moment when they went against the Bills.
Right.
That finish was strong. I was like, we're not beating them, But now I feel like they just been regressing as each week goes by, and I feel like there's a chance we can actually get them. And is DeAndre Hopkins playing this weekend by any chance?
Probably, yeah. He definitely is 100%. I know that the running backs for the Cardinals aren't doing well with injuries this week, so they might not even have any running backs this week between Drake and I forgot what the other guys did.
Wow.
They could be down 2 running backs this week, so that could make obviously it might make him one-dimensional with Kyle Murray and kind of move around the field a little bit. And stuff like that. So we have a super chat from Robert Dredden. Says Shakes, Desert Eagle 90. What's good, fellas? My born day is December 28th, and I want an NFC East championship. Happy holidays, fellas. Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly to you, bro. And yeah, I know. How hard do you think, Desert? How hard do you think it is going to really win the East? I mean, they have to win this game, right? I would expect they would have to win this game.
Not only do we have to win out, not only do we have to win this, we have to win out. Like all this stuff that's happened, all these mistakes that we've done in the past, the many times we shot ourselves in the foot, we cannot afford to do this anymore. I mean, and what makes it worse is that, well, I would say the Giants, but I guess they're back to earth so soon, I mean, but Washington, they're looking pretty good right now. I mean, I didn't want to believe it, but I've always thought Washington is eventually going to, they're eventually going to wake up. And by the time we finally got this momentum, I'm not going to say we're officially insane. I'm not going to say we're officially back yet. I mean, I want to see what happens this game, but now it's to a situation. I hate to be at this point where we have to rely on other teams to lose, but like we're going to have to. I mean, Washington is 2 games ahead of us. Giants are still they're 1 game ahead of us, right?
Yeah, they're 1.
Yeah, so I mean, all I'm going to say is as long as we do our part, I ain't going to be mad. Maybe next year, but I know we're talking about now, but
right.
It is what it is. We gotta at least do our part and just hope Washington can start falling. I mean, their defense is pretty scary though, and we still got to face them.
Yeah, I think I think the Giants have the Browns tomorrow Sunday night, they have the Browns Sunday night, and then they still have to face Baltimore on top of it. So it might be a little rough for them, man. I don't know. The Browns are coming off of, it was a very close game between the Ravens and the Browns. They were close. They were very close to each other. It was like 34-35 with like a couple minutes left. The Ravens scored a field goal the last few seconds, but two tough games. I mean, the Browns, I don't think of them much of nothing, but I think they have something to prove. Come Sunday night against the Giants, plus facing the Ravens. Now, the Washington football team, they got to go face, I think, the Seahawks. I think one hard team left on their schedule is the Seahawks. And I know I know you're saying, well, it would be like, yeah, maybe a win, but at the same time, though, like I thought Seattle was going to win against the Giants, and they looked like they didn't look good against us either. They didn't look good against us either, bro. Like they didn't. Like
didn't. Yeah, they really did.
Like we just didn't capitalize. We had 5 3-and-outs. Like we couldn't do anything. Yeah. Our defense actually played really well, but our defense is going to give up points sooner or later. I mean, our defense is on the field the whole entire game. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what to really expect from it at this point, but we're going to be, hopefully we're getting, get a nice lead in this game and do something. I think these receivers have to put up more than 80 yards. These receivers really need to help Jalen Hurts out. I mean, look, the man can win with his feet, but can he do it every single game? He might need a little help. I mean, this is what happened. So these receivers need to get open. These receivers need to help. Doug needs to design these plays where they're giving Jalen a lot of help in this game, because to be honest with you, even in the last game we played against the Saints, like a lot of those plays weren't designed, because sometimes he'd see if the guy was open, and if he didn't go on his first read, he would move his feet and look for someone to pass the ball to. So, he needs more help. And I think with Miles Sanders in the backfield with Jalen Hurts, I think that's a lot of attention back there on that read option. There's a lot of attention back there. You saw like one missed assignment by a defense, and Miles Sanders runs an 82-yard run. I mean, that's all it takes. So obviously, we don't have Jack Driscoll, our right tackle, for this game. So we have Matt Pryor at right tackle this week, which I'm not really a fan of at all. I've never really been a fan of Matt Pryor. I think right guard he plays better, not really right tackle. But I think our left side of the line is pretty strong with Mulata. I think Samalo, but you have Herbig at right guard, so I mean that's a plus definitely. But Matt Pryor, at least it's not on Jalen Hurts' blind side, so which is a good thing. So I don't know how you're feeling about just. What do you think the Eagles need to do to win this game when it comes to Jalen Hurts and with these receivers? Like, what do you
I don't know. It's pretty tough. I know you got this next man up and everything, but, man, I don't know where to start, to be honest with you. I mean, offensive line. Who's all out now? Who's currently a starter offensive line? Because Nate Herbig's out, right?
Yeah, no, Nate Herbig's not. Jack Driscoll's out, so it's going to be.
Jack Driscoll's out. Yeah,
and Driscoll played really good against Cameron Jordan last week. He did a really good job last week. I mean, this offensive. I mean, I'm so happy about this because it's really hard, getting, to have an offensive line like this plus depth. I mean, this is what Brandon Brooks and Lane Johnson out. You know what I mean?
Johnson's out. Jason Peters is out. I think Jason Kelsey's our only starter offensive line.
Yeah. Besides Samalo coming back, I mean, besides Samalo's been back, but before that, Jason Kelsey was in for a while, so it's just been kind of crazy. But I think in the coming future, I think you're gonna have Jordan Mailata and Andre Dillard will compete for left tackle. Even though Doug Pearson's like not naming Jordan Mailata the left tackle a starter, it's not fair to Andre Dillard, almost like the guy can't even stay on the field. The guy can't even stay healthy in training camp. His body just can't hold up in the NFL right now. So it's just been kind of crazy with him. But I think our offensive line for the future it's looking really nice. And having Nate Herbig as a nice gem at guard, and he can play both guard spots, not just one spot. He can play both. And then you have Jack Driscoll. He literally played his first game, the Washington football game. That's when Lane Johnson was out. He played his first game. He actually played really well. He made a few mental errors, like he blocked the wrong guy a couple times. But obviously it's his first game as a rookie. And then finally he actually got the start last week, and he didn't play for weeks. So after Lane Johnson's ankle, he came back, and then and that was pretty much it. He played really well. I mean, that Seattle defensive line the Saints defensive line is really good. So played really well, and now is hurt. So Matt Pryor's that come in, huh?
I'm still surprised about that. We didn't allow any sacks last week, right? That's crazy.
I'm not even sure.
Maybe I don't know.
I thought we gave up one. I thought maybe there was one, but I could be wrong. I have no idea.
I know it had to be a sack, maybe at least once, or I don't know. They're saying there was no sacks, but I could have sworn I saw Hurst got sacked maybe once, but
yeah,
I could be wrong. But the defense, our defense is pretty much
decimated. Decimated in the secondary.
Yeah, that's what I'm really concerned about, because we're going against DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald. Who else?
Christian Kirk.
Kirk.
And he's a speedster. So
yeah. I mean,
the secondary is nuts.
Avonte Maddox is out, right?
I think so.
Was it Crignon? No, it was Avonte Maddox.
Avonte Maddox, I think, is out.
Yeah.
Darius Slay, I think, is coming. I'm not sure if Darius Slay is coming back. I think he is. He said it looked good for Slay this weekend, but I could be wrong. That's what I read today. I didn't really watch any videos today.
I'll be real with y'all. I'm really happy that we got Slay, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
I really do like Slay. He's been one of the best corners we've had in a while. I mean, I think Patrick Peterson was very underrated when he was back in, but other than that, I mean, Slay's been doing really good. Many people may not want to say that, but especially against DK Metcalf, but DK Metcalf torch any best wide receiver. So
I don't think it matters anyway. I don't really think it matters. I think he's been playing hurt anyway the past few weeks. I think he's actually been playing hurt. He's got dinged up the past few games as well. But obviously, if you got someone like DK Metcalf, you knew that was going to happen. I didn't think we were going to shut DK Metcalf down. It wasn't going to happen. Like D-Hop, I think he's got a better shot on D-Hop than he did on DK, but that's just me, though. The problem is that they cannot cushion these corners off of these receivers, and this is where it's going to get crazy, because they should allow Darius Slay to get right in somebody's face, get physical, and start covering, because you can't give these guys 5 yards, 6 yards of space.
You can't.
They do that all the time.
Receiving core. Now we even talking about it. I mean,
they do it all the time.
Fitzgerald's always been a killer too.
Yeah.
Regardless of the age, he's always been a killer.
Bro, and you look at past players that used to be here, like Rasul Douglas and Sidney Jones. I've seen, and they actually showed, on another video that I saw, they showed that with how they were playing in Carolina and Jacksonville, and they got those corners right on top of the receiver. Like, we never had these guys close on anybody. This way, if you're a big corner and you're not fast, going, to a backdrop to follow a receiver, go up to the line and push this guy as soon as the ball gets moved. And then, get him off of his trail, get him off his track to go get the football. You know what I mean? Kind of ruin his route running a little bit with a nice little push off or something. So, but the issue is we don't do that. Like, I hate when we put these, and especially this week we got. I mean, I hope Jalen Mills doesn't move to corner this week. I hope to God, because I'm done with Jalen Mills. I don't know if you're done, but I've been done.
I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, I could be wrong, but besides him stopping, I can't stand that. Chop it off and freaking. I just want to chop it off and serve it to the homeless or whatnot. But the best thing I've ever seen from Jalen Mills, besides stopping Julio in the playoffs in 2017, the best thing he did was recover an onside kick last week. That's I mean, that's my opinion. Y'all might.
I don't think he's done anything else. He's made some good tackles in the backfield. I mean, he's had his moments where he's made some good tackles, but he still isn't a good tackler, and I just don't think he's good at both positions. I just don't think it. He has the look and the passion of what you want on this team, but he can't play. He just can't play at all.
I just don't know if I can trust him as a safety in the future.
No.
I mean, and it sucks as is that we let Will Parks go. That it just makes it even worse.
That's perfect. You mentioned that because I thought that was one of the biggest mistakes they made. And Will Parks was pissed about that because he went on Instagram. He was fighting with I think Kevon Wallace and him had some beef or something.
Really?
Yeah. Some words went around. Will Parks said like all they can, they're not getting out of their Super Bowl year. They're like I think he was
talking about that.
I think he was really hurt that he got released. I think because they really didn't give him a chance. That's what it was. He didn't just do that.
Orlando snitch 9. Is that what it is?
Huh?
So he's acting like Orlando Scandal. I call it Orlando snitch.
Oh yeah.
In the media, like a clown snitching, but anyway, so he's acting like Orlando Scandal. He's very salty, pretty much.
Yeah, but he's not doing it. I mean, he's not trying to be negative, but he's just hurt. I know he's hurt over it. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know what I mean? Like this is Philly's where he came from. He grew up liking the Eagles. This is where he used to live. You know what I mean? And he can't play for this team. Like that was supposed to be our Malcolm Jenkins piece this year, moving him all over the field because he could play multiple positions.
Yeah, I had high expectations, and I don't think he was really part of the problem at all. But we just let him go. I mean, so you think that would have something to do with it? Him and Kevon Wallace?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, he started talking his crap way after, like he started talking that stuff like easily. I mean, he didn't stop at all. And Kevon Wallace Kevon Wallace, you gotta start showing what you gotta do here, bro, because you ain't showing nothing. Like you haven't showed us anything. Yeah, Kevon
Wallace needs to stay in his lane. Like you're a rookie. Will Parks been here like how long? Like he been in the NFL for how long? Like maybe 3 or 4 years? How long? Like, come on.
But I'm saying it like this though. Like the problem I have is that I think after like the 4th or 5th loss, like Kevon Wallace put out stuff on Twitter was just like, oh, either with us or against us. Whoever wasn't a fan, don't root for us later. Like he's sitting there thinking like he's talking like he's been a Pro Bowl safety for us, or like the guy hasn't even barely touched the field except special teams. It's just ridiculous. Like at this point,
I mean, look, I can get if it was Jalen Mills saying that, or
right.
Who else would be on Twitter? If it was Jalen Mills or
I don't know who else really talks too much. I don't really know who else talks too much on Twitter like that. I don't even know at this point.
I don't even think from Brandon Graham or Wentz wouldn't say that.
No, him. He would talk. No, I don't think so. I don't think Wentz would say anything like that at all. Period. I don't think that would ever happen. Sorry, but nah, bro. So I want to go over this secondary. So I don't even know because Kevon Wallace is going to get the start most likely.
The secondary makes me want to drink.
So you got at safety right now. Besides Jalen Mills, you got Kevon Wallace. You got Kevin Seymour. Okay, Kevin Seymour. This guy, just read about him today. This guy was just signed, not long ago? He literally, not even a week or two ago. He was working at I don't know, some trading department. I don't know. He was working at some retail stuff. I don't know what it was, but he was working at some type of little business. I don't know what it was, and got the call and came over and signed, and that was it. He gave up that touchdown in the Saints game. He was actually in good position, but messed up a little bit. But he's a rookie. What am I gonna do? Get mad at him? I mean, what am I supposed to do here? So, Kevin Seymour, Marcus Epps, I don't like. Rudy Ford, I think he's just a special. Rudy Ford is just a special teamer. I don't think he's going to do much at safety. Obviously, Roddy McLeod is out with the ACL, so that's really all you got right there. That's really all you got right there.
But wait, the Seymour guy that was working at a retail. He's a rookie. Did he like? Was he so he came fresh out of college, and he was like signed undrafted, and he just got cut.
No, I think he's been in the league a couple years. I don't think he's a rookie. I think he's been in the league for a little bit.
I thought you said rookie. All right,
for a few years. He's been in the league for a few years, but I don't think he's been a starter. I forgot what team he came from. So it's just like, I think of it as like the end of last year, but now it's on our defense more than our offense. You know what I mean? I think of it now. You got some new pieces that have to step up on defense. I know it's a big deal, but you never know what could happen. You really don't. I mean, we had Craig James at corner, and he made some good plays during the year. You know what I mean? So I mean, you get these guys. You get these guys that come in, and I mean, Kavon Wallace. I mean, he's got to do something. I mean, he's got to do something at this point.
He said he's ready to step up to the plate. I mean, let's see what you got. I mean, he hasn't really done anything by far, but I think he's going to be playing his first full starter, right?
Yeah,
first as a full starter. So let's just see what happens. I mean, it's kind of just like last week. Jalen Hurts going against the Saints defense. Now it's Kavon Wallace. A lot of people like replacing Vontae Maddox and them now we got these guys going against the Cardinals wide receiving core, so it's very concerning.
Yeah,
I mean, Jalen Mills. I mean, he pretty much has to. Hold on, what's up? All right, yeah, he pretty much has to. I'll be up there shortly. All right. All right, give me 1 second. So, what was I saying? Yeah, Jalen Mills is going to have to pretty much go as a corner. Like what is there? Like, we really have nobody. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Darius Slay on one side, right? You say he's playing.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah. Yep. Man. So at the other cornerback position, you're gonna have Michael Jaquette. You're gonna have, I don't even know who else really. I don't even know who else they have there. I mean, I don't know if Avante isn't really playing. Crayvon's probably gonna have to step up. I really don't know who else they really have at this point that's really going to hold there. Nickel Roby-Coleman has probably been the worst corner we've had this year.
It's been that bad. I forgot all about him.
Bad tackling, bad coverage, bad everything. I mean, I think we've gotten this guy way too late in his career and just isn't it cutting for us right now?
Yeah, Joe, give me a second. Go on ahead, but give me 1 second.
Yeah, I got it. So we're going to go with some of the questions here while he's busy real quick. I'm going to start questions now. If you guys want to start, because if I go to all the way to the top, like obviously, I want to keep with the time, what's going on. So if you guys remember, both Desert Eagle and I are live streaming from both channels, so hit both of these channels. We do appreciate it. Appreciate everybody being here. 52 people in here. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, to both of our channels. If you guys haven't hit the like button for each of these live streams, do appreciate it on both of our channels. It really does help us out a lot. I appreciate everybody being here today. So, I forgot about another safety. Hello. And Henry Rodina just said, what about the rookie from Baylor, undrafted? Grayland Arnold, sorry. So Grayland Arnold is another safety, which he's shown flashes. And, Grayland Arnold was brought in here, too. Now, this is a guy that was at Baylor as a corner his freshman year, then went to free safety after his freshman year. Which is pretty cool because he knows both positions, but he definitely plays safety better. But the Eagles brought him in, undrafted, obviously, because of I guess he's got a nice skill set of getting his hands to the football. And he's a ball hawk. And hopefully he could kind of translate some of that to the NFL. It'd be nice for him. So pretty cool to have him out there, and we're just gonna see. Obviously, we got to and we might find another gem in the process of doing all this. So you never really know what could happen. So Aaron Sadu said, if Hurts wins out, does Wentz come back next season? I don't think he's coming back regardless. I don't think so. That's just me. I could be wrong. A part of me says maybe he will be here, but I just don't see it happening. I just think it's impossible as of right now. So we'll see. So I just talked about before, Desert. So Grayland Arnold's another undrafted safety that we got from Baylor. Got that ball hawk ability. Undrafted, so he's very good at getting his hands on the football. He's got good football IQ. Can move around pretty fast. So he's another safety that we do have as well. So we're gonna see who gets some play time this week. But we were talking about Nickel Roby-Coleman, how bad he's played. Top 5 slot corner, slot god. Slot god. So has it been
at first though? When the Nickel Roby-Coleman came in, the guy that pretty much should be out of the Super Bowl, I feared that the Saints came with a revenge, and they were going to keep bullying Nickel Roby-Coleman. Thank God that's over. So thank God that's over. But wow, I keep forgetting that I couldn't even. I would have never even thought of him when I wanted to list the secondaries. I really forgot he's been that bad, that non-existent. But good God. So and I see in the comments that apparently Craven LeBlanc is on IR. I kind of slipped my mind about him too, but
yeah.
Jesus, man.
Decimated. This defensive line is gonna have to.
I feel like if the defensive line can keep pressuring Kyler Murray, perhaps our secondaries, if the defensive line do their part,
yeah,
just keep bullying that offensive line. I'm not even sure who they got the offensive line really, or how good it's supposed to be, but
right.
If we can just take care of Kyler Murray, our secondaries might be able to pull off something. But
I agree.
Duke Riley got an interception. A linebacker.
I've been really happy with he had a really good game. He's been
him and Alex Singleton. They've been pretty they've been making a name for themselves by far.
Yeah, I think Alex Singleton's been the best guy. I think he's been the most consistent guy every game. Now Duke Riley hasn't been perfect every game, but I think this was his moment game that he had. That pick and just making tackles in the backfield, just being hungry, just a tackler all over the field. TJ Edwards comes back this week, which is good, so it's more linebacker help as well. Davion Taylor is out probably for the rest of the year. His injury is just too much for another few games, so probably not going to play the rest of the year. But I think the problem I have with all these linebackers is their coverage isn't good with all of them. I don't think any of them really can cover well. I thought Sean Bradley could do it, but he's not really getting playing time, just like Davion Taylor hasn't got playing time all year, and he's a third-round pick. Not only our second-round pick wasn't hitting the field at the time in Jalen Hurts, but Davion Taylor wasn't even getting playing time at all. You had no preseason games, you had no rookie mini camp, and you just all of a sudden, you want to start on week 11, week 10, and he's horrible. And you wonder why he's horrible. How could I even be mad at him? Yeah, I can't be mad. How can you be mad at guys like Kevin Seymour? Guy just worked at CVS, and all of a sudden he's on the football field. What? How am I supposed to be mad at this? I can't be mad because they're But you know what? It's. I feel like every time, just like the end of last year, these receivers are never had this moment in their career to where they're starting in a football game, and they could make a name for themselves. And it's exciting for not just for them, but it's exciting for us as fans as well to watch that. So I want to ask you this. So Aaron Sand, who's put this out, it says, if Hurts wins out, does Wentz come back next season?
All I'm going to say is, man, people have been asking that all the time. Team Hurts or Team Wentz? Look, I'm Team Birds, all right? That's all. I don't know.
Team what? Team Eagles?
Team Eagles, Team Birds, Team Fly Eagles Fly. That's all there is, all right? I just don't know.
I'll give you an answer. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. I don't think they can really be together next year regardless.
I'm going to be very realistic. I feel like the only way Wentz would be gone and I just don't know how this whole contract thing will go exactly as far as if we restructure, like, will we lose? Like, how does that work? You know, but that's what people are talking about. Apparently, if he does restructure the contract, dude, like, I think there'll be plenty of teams that will love him.
Restructure.
Huh?
Restructure? You want to restructure him already? Restructure him now?
Not now.
I say swallow the pill and just call it a day. I just say just like Alshon Jeffrey, just dead weight.
Let's be honest here. If we just got rid of him right now, his contract as is, and just lose out on $60 million. Let's be honest here. Who the hell are we going to sign? We're already over the cap. Like, how we going? Like, who are we going to sign? What wide receivers? What linebackers? What offensive line? I mean,
well, the thing is, we won't be over the cap. By the time the draft comes, we won't be over the cap. By the time no, because we need $5 to $10 million just to sign our draft picks. So really, they're not going to be over the cap. A lot of people are gone, bro. Like, a lot of people are going to be gone. Like, this roster is going to get gutted. But you know what? As much as it's going to get gutted, it's probably going to be a positive to get rid of some dead weight that's here, like Alshon Jeffrey. And I'm not saying, Zach Ertz is another guy. As much as ever, he's playing okay right now because Hurts is in there, and Hurts made. I don't know. Ertz has been looking pretty good. I mean, so far, because Jalen Hurts is kind of, he's extending all these plays now. So I think it's just getting better as the season's going on right now. So it's kind of crazy how everything goes during the year. But Ertz,
I had a very unpopular opinion, maybe bold, maybe it's going to piss Maverick off, but what if? Hold on, 1 second.
Oh no.
What if Hurts market was skyrocketing and there were teams that would love Hurts? They would probably give up a first-round pick and multiple picks along with it. Like, what would you think of that? I'm not saying, it should happen, but I'm just saying.
You mean going into next year?
Yeah.
Like that?
We could probably get 2 first-round picks, too.
We just trade both of them.
Hey, do like what the freaking Houston Rockets try to do with James Harden. Hey, give me 3 first-round picks. You can have them.
I think if the Jets actually gave us their first-round pick, you'd have the first overall pick of the draft.
At least y'all seen what Hurts could do in the NFL. You really want to just chance it with Trevor Lawrence was not even guaranteed it's going to work?
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't have an answer. I really don't. You know what, though? I think just by Wentz getting benched, I think it really – when you bench your starting quarterback, and I've already seen the reports. Like, I saw a report today that Wentz feels betrayed, and all this is coming out now. So, like, now it's like he's going to have this, like, tizzy with the front office now because of what happened. And he has nobody to blame but himself. At least, like, try to make yourself look a little good this year. I mean, you made yourself look like statistically the worst quarterback in the league this year.
Like, I know Maverick's going to twist my words. I seen him. He's going to twist my words. You're a Wentz fan, boy.
You're a Cowboy fan.
Cowboy fan. But I have no defense. I've always tried defending Carson Wentz, but I have no excuse. He's been trash this year. I'll even say he should have been benched. A while back. It's like many Wentz supporters. Dan Orlovsky can't even defend him. He's the biggest.
Oh yeah, forget it. Yeah.
Not even he can defend it. It's that bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
So he's
horrible.
It's hard. It's really hard for me to really say that Carson's going to be here now. I don't know, because between what Brett Favre said and Aaron Rodgers said, and obviously everyone is saying the problem is around Wentz more than Wentz himself, and I kind of agree with that. But the guy really has it. Like, there's a bad year, but there's a really bad year. I mean, this guy hasn't produced anything this year. This guy, how many good games has he really had? Maybe two games, maybe the rate. I feel like against the harder teams, he actually played better. Not all of them, but at least the Ravens game, we came back, we lost. I think maybe the Steelers. I mean, other than that, he's really been a no-show, and it's been the same excuse every single week. So this is all going to be on Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman, what they want to do, because if Jalen Hurts balls out the next few weeks, and I'm not necessarily saying that he wins every game. He doesn't have to win just to make this team, but if he just looks, he's going to look better. And I said it last week before the Saints game. I said Jalen Hurts is going to look better automatically when he hits the field. And he did. But did I think he was going to look that good? No.
Not at all.
Over 100 yards rushing his first game against the top team in the NFC.
That hasn't even allowed 100 rushing yards in 55 games. Now they just did it twice in one game.
They did it with two fucking guys.
It's crazy.
Two guys.
And I've said, if Jalen Hurts somehow, some way pull a miracle out his rear end and pretty much upset the Saints, that means Wentz coming back anytime soon. That's trouble right there, because I'll be real. If Wentz was playing, we would have lost that game.
Oh, hell no. We would have scored maybe 3 points. Maybe.
We'd be lucky with 3.
I mean, it was like a breath of fresh air. It was like you could take a deep breath and feel so relaxed just seeing this guy get first downs with his legs. Like it was nothing. It was just so refreshing that they made a change. And sometimes, and look what happens when you make that one little change, it amped up the whole team. The whole team just changed. The defensive line, like look what Josh Sweat has got to get more reps. I mean, this guy has just gotten better every single year. This is a guy that's had knee injuries in college at Florida State and should have been a late first round pick in the draft. But unfortunately, he had a couple injuries, and it pushed him down to the 4th round. So look what Josh Sweat's doing. Derek Barnett can't even hit the field right now. I wouldn't pay Derek Barnett. I mean,
I wouldn't.
At this point, I'll let him walk, whether it's this year, next year, whatever it is. And then Javon Hargrave, the past couple weeks, and even Malik Jackson at the press conference was like, Javon Hargrave is really coming into his own. He's really getting used to the defense. This is a guy that's getting paid top 6 defensive tackle money, and he's been like a no-show all year. Now, I understand he was injured from training camp to the regular season, but Javon Hargrave had 2 sacks. He was just disruptive. Fletcher Cox got double teamed, and Javon Hargrave had that one-on-one. It was like nothing. It was nothing. That whole defensive line did such a good job. I was really impressed, and, that's how we should have been playing this whole entire defensive line.
Yeah.
Should have been playing like this whole year. But you can't really blame the defense all year because, obviously Jim Schwartz made some mistakes this year, but this offense just – they couldn't hit the gas at all. Like they were flat all game. And then you put Jalen Hurts in for one play, then he goes back out. What is that?
I still couldn't understand that.
What is that? Like if that was me, I'd be like, bro, put me in like a series. Otherwise, I'm not going in. I feel like one play and he gets a first down. And then Wentz just keeps just like what the Green Bay game. Oh no, not Green Bay. I think it was maybe Seattle that came in for that, that one play, and then Wentz came in and got sacked. It's just because teams could read Carson Wentz now because they know if Carson Wentz is going to play action, they're blitzing everybody and know this guy can't throw the ball for his life. And once how you beat Carson Wentz, pressure. That's it. You give Carson Wentz pressure, he's done. He's done. It's over. There's
everything.
So I don't even know what else is really. I don't really know what else to really say about it. But it's just that it was so embarrassing. It's embarrassing just to put on the jersey and really root for this team when this guy is he can't even produce any yards or any can't even get past the 50-yard line. All these games that we've been playing. I made that video, the first game of the season after watching the football team, but I said there's something wrong, with Carson. He's not the same, hasn't been the same, and I'm done defending him because, if he was playing quarterback this Sunday versus Arizona, I'd root for him regardless. It wouldn't matter. I'd still root for him. Doesn't matter to me. Whoever's that quarterback, I'm rooting for. Doesn't matter if I like him, dislike him, hate him, don't care. But when there's a time, there's a time, and what Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, everyone is talking about what's around Wentz has been failing Wentz. That he could, Wentz might go somewhere else and be successful. It could happen.
Most definitely, yeah. There's a couple teams. I mean, someone said the Raiders in the comments. I don't know, what we'll have with Derek Carr. I mean,
yeah.
But I would say most definitely, I would say the Patriots, maybe the Lions. You know, whatever they do with Matt Stafford.
Right.
Um, I mean, who else? I mean, who knows when Joe Burrow's coming back? I don't think, you know, Joe. I think he would be back next season. There's plenty of teams. I mean, a lot of people are saying the Colts. I think the Colts would make the most sense because you know Frank Wright knows Carson Wentz.
Right.
I
I think
mean,
it's for you. This is for you, Des.
Jalen Hurts been through a lot already. Oh, it's $2 donation for me.
I think so. Yeah. It's not. It
Oh,
didn't show
that's
up.
the
It
case.
didn't
You
show
know,
up on
thank you
me.
for that donation. You know, shout out to Black Guy from Wii Sports. Yeah, Jalen Hurts been through a lot already. He can do it. I mean, we in the NFL. You know, it's a different ball game. I mean, what as far as him getting benched by Tua, is that what he meant?
Yeah, pretty much. Like because I don't think I saw no nervousness from Jalen Hurts even that pregame, even when he was warming up. Like I saw nothing like in his eyes during the game. Like you could tell when Carson is flustered. You could tell when he screws up and he just gives you that look. But yeah, this guy was benched for Tua in Alabama, and came back and then transferred to Oklahoma and just took the roof off. So 52 touchdowns in Oklahoma, and combined with run touchdowns with obviously throwing the ball as well. So I mean, I didn't really know about when we drafted Jalen Hurts. I somewhat knew about him, but I didn't know like the whole. Everyone was talking about the whole story with him, and kind of went back and looked at everything. I said, wow, this kid went through a lot as a a lot of these college players don't go through like this and come back and be fantastic. So I don't know if he was even nervous. It didn't even look like it. It really didn't at this point. So, I was really surprised at that Saints game. I said he was going to do better than Wentz,
Hey,
but maybe a little bit better. Not like
shocked.
not like that. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get that straight. Not even like that. So, Maverick says not with Jake Elliott kicking. Jake Elliott's my boy. It's my boy. Oh yeah, pick it up, show it off.
I have not put this back. I literally forgot.
Desert Eagle 90.
Put it on full screen if you can.
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, you can just look on the big screen. It should be both our pictures. No, go back to where he was. Yeah, I did with you.
I'm trying. It's not letting me do it. This is the only things I have.
All right. When you look, all right, under the big screen, there should be you and me.
Right.
Click on mines.
Oh.
There you go. You see that? Try to get rid of that glare. There it is. There it is right there. DE90. Never doubt me again. I pretty much told him the story of the 61-yarder, my reaction, all right? And that's what he wrote, all right? So, from what I've seen, him, what was it, a 22-yarder? Is that what it was that he missed that kick?
Yeah. Never doubt me again.
That kick.
Never doubt me again.
I feel like that's coming back now.
You got the Sharpie over that or something.
I'm just wondering, how am I going to do this? Do I just like draw over it, or do I like?
You could do it like you could cut it. You could cut the top of it off.
Cut the top. You're
right.
I
have a professional literally cut that straight.
I can use my saw that I got back. Or just a spin off. That I like that idea for real. Damn, that was good.
We even brought in 2 kickers this year, and I don't know. I guess Jake Elliott's still out kicked them. I guess I don't know.
You guys tell me though. Should I just sell or should I just be like?
It's gonna come out of there anyway, so you might as well break the damn thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm just like, thanks for 2017. Thanks for the memories, but this guy just. How do you miss a 22-yarder? How do you miss PATs? Like, Kareem Hunt would have made that kick. All right? Kareem Hunt would have made that kick. But
Maverick, you're telling me right now that Carson Wentz would have scored more than 3 points in this game? Obviously he can't score the 3 points, but you know what I'm saying, right? Against it, every time Hurts came out and rolled his legs, I said sack. I said Carson Wentz sack.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said.
Maybe Hurts coming in like really put them on like alert, But
he's got to throw more. He's got to throw more in this game. He's got to do whatever he can to win. I'm not even gonna say he needs to run. I think Miles Sanders.
Man, this whole I feel like it's bringing back this whole stressful moment as is with Wentz and Foles. All I'm gonna say is, look, I just don't care. All right, I want what's best for this team here. I want to win. All right. I want us to get somewhere in the future. I'm not going to mention the big word because I don't think we're even there yet. You got to convince me. But I just want what's best for the team. That's all I'm going to say. So players come and go, but this always stays. And that's all I'm going to keep saying when people keep asking Wentz or Hurts or whoever. So it's all a business.
That's all it is. I'm on the side of whoever they want. I mean,
whether we agree or disagree.
I don't know what the answer is. I don't even want to be in their shoes right now. Like blame Howie for creating this mess. Like before you blame Doug, before you blame Carson Wentz, before you blame anybody, you got to blame the top man. That's Howie Roseman, because after that draft, he had his press conference and some beat writer was like, "Oh, well, do you think this is going to be a problem down the road with drafting a quarterback?" He said, "No. QB factory, bro." He said,
my mind was just everywhere when I heard that. Mine
quarterback, a quarterback.
This was like, I don't even want to say it was worse than drafting, McNabb, really, or more like just doing like the crap out of the office, but just wow.
I was like, a quarterback? That's all I said. I said a quarterback. And Doug's like, I'm just like, you fuck. He's like, he's like, I'm like, tell me this is staged. Just tell me this was a joke. I saw Jalen Hurts on the screen. I was like, man, that guy's got some big eyebrows. And all of a sudden we drafted him. I was like, oh, well.
Jerry Jones will offer Hurts. Jerry Jones will offer Hurts $30 million a year.
Are they going to have their quarterback? That's the question. Dak Prescott should literally be like, screw you. I'm going to another team.
Exactly.
For what they've done. They you know what? With Dallas, they use and abuse all their quarterbacks. You go from Tony Romo with those back shots, those spinal back shots he was taking for pain. They were forcing him to play games, and as soon as Dak played good 1 year, they kicked him to the curb like it was nothing. And now he's making 16, 17 a year now. Good for him. Yeah. I like him as a commentator. I think he's fantastic. I hate the guy, but I think he's fantastic at what he does. That's just me, though. Dank says, that's the thing. Jalen has had a few snaps already before the game, so he's more used to the speed of the NFL. Oh, yeah, he's had snaps this year. That's definitely helped. Like, if he didn't touch the field at all this year, yeah, we'd have a little bit of trouble. Getting him those three series, even during that, the game before the Saints, like even giving him the 3 series against Green Bay was great. And I saw him in for I saw him in for more than one play, and I was crapping my pants. I mean, I was crapping my pants. So it's kind of crazy. There is 77 people to chat, guys. You guys have subscribed to either of our channels. I do appreciate it. We are live streaming from 2 channels, and I have a link in the description for both our channels. We are just to let you guys know, because some people don't know this. We just did this today. Live streaming from Desert Eagle 90's channel and live streaming from mine. Both of our chats are as one. So yes. Appreciate if you guys just hit on both videos. Give us, at least a view. Give us some support out here. Do appreciate everybody being around tonight. Hold on. Okay.
Dang, someone said the Wentz apologist has entered the chat. God damn. I just want to know exactly. Maybe you can educate me. So, oh wait, my comment did pop up on yours. All right.
Yeah, it does.
What exactly? Y'all might laugh at me, but what exactly considers a Wentz apologist? Like, if you even try in the slightest to defend Carson Wentz or try to have faith in Carson Wentz, are you an apologist? Or because I feel like anything you just say, you're an apologist.
They're the people that defend Carson Wentz whether he's playing good or bad in plain old English.
So technically, Dan Orlovsky at one point would be considered that then.
Don't matter. Like, you have those people on Twitter that are like, Carson Wentz is my QB. I don't care what anyone says. I'm like, okay, well, I understand, but if he's playing like garbage, then say he's playing like garbage. That's all I'm asking. At least if you say, hey, he's not playing well, I'd give you the respect. But when the people are like, literally, no, it's Doug 100%. That's what I can't stand. That's where my head turns like all the way around.
Yeah, I just say, shout out to Javon Hobson. He said, "Desert, I'm a big fan. Thanks a lot, brother. Much love to you, man. Everybody, much love to y'all." But I guess y'all can call me an apologist in a way, or I say, look, I can't defend Carson Wentz, and I said I had no excuse. He's trash this year, but I said, in the end, we're paying him all that money,
Mm-hmm.
How can we change that? You feel me? So I'll just say it is what it is. As long as he's here, all I can do is have faith. I'm not going to say, I don't know, just cut Carson Wentz and just let's just burn $60 million. Like all I can do is have faith. But hurts here, so yeah. I just don't care at this point. Whatever's best for the team, who can win us games. That's all that matters in the end. And unfortunately, Wentz is just it's just not working this year. So
he's trash. Just say he's trash. He's trash.
He's trash. Look, I'll be real. Look how he played. Man.
I get those guys that come in here and they're like, oh, you're the guy that hates Carson Wentz. You're just a Carson Wentz hater.
No, you're just keeping it real.
No, I just don't like. You like losing games. So then you have those people. Then you have the people who are like, oh, we shouldn't have could have been the third overall pick of the draft. You have those people. You have those draft sympathizers, whatever.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Philly Fresh, man. I see fan, but man, that's crazy.
Where is Fresh?
It's crazy, man.
Fresh.
Yeah, I'm like all the way down, but Eaglles Atlanta has explained what a Wentz apologist is. That's thank you for that, man. People that's just
fresh
in denial, people that's just going to stay in denial. Carson hasn't improved his game. Can you tell me one thing Carson has improved since his rookie year? He's improved everything in 2017, but since his injury, can't really say much, Yeah, I saw Javon Hobson. Much appreciated, man. Thank you.
I don't know how, but
thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you. You ain't shit.
God bless you, bro. Oh, yeah, I remember Vince Wilfork kicking field goals.
Vince Wilfork would have made that 22-yard kick.
That guy was such a big man. That guy is just, God. That guy is just, I don't know. For a human being, that guy, and he's gotten picks before. He's ran actually pretty well. It's kind of crazy. He's kicked field goals as well, which is kind of nuts.
Hold on, Ty. You asked what has Wentz done since 2016, and I answered you. What has he improved since 2016? I said 2017 was his best moment, and I did say can't really say shit after that. So come on, bro. Open your ears, bro. You said, let me make sure, let me see that comment one last time.
Which one?
He said something about what has Wentz improved since his rookie year. That's what it was. His rookie year was 2016. What has he improved?
He would have been an MVP.
2017, he was MVP, but after that, I can't really say much about that. So it means I can't defend him this year.
Nope. Hasn't been the same. The guy hasn't been the same.
No shit. That's why I said I can't defend shit after
I'm just saying it to myself. But
no, I'm talking to you. I'm talking about this guy in the chat. Like, he's not listening. I said I can't. He hasn't improved much since. Like, you're not listening. Come on.
So what did Carson do after 17? Go over that one.
Other than he did what he did to win us this division finally last year. Other than that, I can't say shit.
No, he 18.
He's just being a fucking ass clown in comments now. Come on.
Honestly,
you're not listening. Like, you sound like the serious version of Maverick. Like, come on. No shit. Basically, we're agreeing, you fucking moron. Damn, what's wrong with y'all? What's up, Ryan? What's going on, man? No, I ain't mad. I'm just laughing, man, Yeah, that's when I just realized, the comments are popping up, though.
Yeah, dude, like, he had the spinal. He had, number one, he still wasn't 100% from his injury in 17. Then he had that spinal injury, and he still played and didn't care. So he still played. Then, obviously not even halfway through the season, obviously they put him to IR.
I felt like that moment when he said, he's going to continue playing aggressive, and he doesn't feel like it's all this nonsense. I can't remember what exactly he said, but he said, like, he felt like nothing's wrong. He's going to continue playing the way he's playing. I was like, yeah, it's about time he gets benched. It's about that time he gets benched.
Yeah, then Nick Foles gets to the playoffs. We have obviously the double doink game.
Hold on, let me all right. Yeah, shout out to the shout out to one of my mods. You got these immature clowns, with the troll accounts and all of that. Jesus Christ.
He hasn't done anything, bro. It's just been like, I figured, you know what? At the end of last year, it gave us, winning the NFC East the last month of the season. I figured it would give us good, like, perspective on he's ready to come back in 2020 and really show the league what he's got and to put his name back to the league. He was on the top 100 list, and he kind of got disrespected because of that.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's that one you were talking about?
I'm just saying Carson Wentz in general. I'm just saying, like, at the end of last year, you had a good perspective of, there was good things to come this year. Mm-hmm. And if you were to tell me, like, Carson Wentz was going to get benched, week 12 of the season, I would have laughed. I'd be like, nah. Are you kidding me? MVP here. Are you kidding me? But, bro, it's been bad.
Ty, you're not listening. I don't think English is your first language, bro. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think English is your first language. No, it's not an issue if it ain't, If you don't admit Carson Wentz the worst QB in the NFL and destroyed his team, I guess I'm a proud Wentz apologist because he's not the sole reason why this team is trash.
He's not 100%.
Yeah, he's not at all. Bro.
He's not the full problem.
Exposed.
He's not the full problem, but, I mean, it's everything. It's not just Carson. It's everything. You can't just put everything on Carson Wentz. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything, bro. Start out with the guy that drafted Jalen Hurts. That's number one.
I'm an apologist, or you're just a...
You pay a guy over $100 million guaranteed so this guy doesn't get affected by outside noise. This guy has been affected by everything mentally. He is mentally lost. He has mentally lost his way. The Mandalorian, this is not the way. This is not the way. Okay? It's you can't blame everything on one person. You can't. You really can't. I understand. I think people are swaying past Doug now because Jalen Hurts is working better in his system.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if that's the case, then Doug can't. Doug is not being the coach to change to work towards Carson and his strengths. If that's the case, then he can't be a coach here. If that's the case, I don't think his job is saved anyway. Do you think his job is saved from the Saints game? I don't think so. I think it's still a losing year regardless. Do you still call it a losing year? Do you still call it a bad year if we make the playoffs? I know that's a stupid question, but like, if we make the playoffs, do you think it's still like a down year? Do you think it's a bad year still? I mean, it's mostly a bad year because you're literally going off of luck from other teams losing and hoping that your quarterback can do something, your new backup could do something in Jalen Hurts. I don't think he saved his job. That's just me, though. I don't think he saved his job. I don't think so.
Bro, facts. I look at everything around Wentz playing bad. I've been saying Wentz played bad too, but of course you got certain morons that just don't listen to that, you know. But Dak is good. What did he say? Dak is what? Dak is good as a QB. Well, yeah.
I mean, if Dak played this year if he faced us, if they didn't have Ben DiNucci in there, he would have killed us. He would have killed us that game.
It would have been a tougher game, no doubt about it.
No, they would have won. They would have won. We played so bad. I mean, Carson Wentz had played worse than Ben DiNucci. I think he only had 123 passing yards at the time. And he still threw like 2 picks, whatever it was.
It was like 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and like 120-something yards.
It was bad, bro. It was just bad.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys were, and that was week 9. The Cowboys were cleaning house at that moment. They were getting rid of their defensive line. They got rid of a few players, and they were kind of like, it was really D. Lawrence, and that's really it. I mean, they really didn't, the defense was really decimated because they got rid of really had no pass rush, but man, did Carson play bad that game. Just played horrible. He couldn't even beat Ben DiNucci.
I'm like, my whole week, my month is freaking lit when the Eagles beat the Cowboys, but I just couldn't get happy. Wentz really played like shit. Oh, excuse me. The Wentz apologist is still criticizing Carson Wentz, by the way, but
you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
Huh?
No, I know. You can't do that.
I'm sorry. Let me speaking the words of Ty. Wentz played amazing against the Cowboys, He got a touchdown, unlike Ben DiNucci. He's got a touchdown. Guy's a moron. Am I still friends with? Yeah, I'm still cool with him. We talked about Jerry Jones even drafts better than Howie. It's a damn shame, though. It's a damn shame that is actually true. It's a damn shame, and it's true. It's crazy.
God, why are we even talking about there's no sides, bro? Like, we just want to win, and that's it.
I said that. I said I'm down for whoever's willing to have us win.
I don't care if, dude. I don't care if we had. I don't care if we had a 3rd string quarterback starting next game. It wouldn't matter to me. Like, a change had to be made regardless. And
Wentz was just clearly asking to get benched, and after that, I'm just like, no.
It's not even like the guy was like making his throws. Like, the guy literally can't throw a screen pass. He can't read his progressions. He can't find wide open guys that are wide open and throw to them. He hesitates too much. His stride and his arm is way too long. The plays are predictable once because he's played so bad. Teams just know his blueprint every single game. And with Hurts, you don't know what's going to happen because read option, he's either going to keep the ball for himself, and good eyes for Jalen Hurts. Hurts has some good eyes because he sees that defensive end come down. He's run to the outside. Like, he's got really good eyes. But It's just ridiculous. Like I think after like the bye week, I was like, I just want the season to get over with because I want decisions to get made.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted the season to be over because I wanted decisions to get made. Because at this point, I'm like, they're just going to keep throwing. I'm like, Carson's still going to start. Like this is ridiculous. Like how could I put a tweet out after the Green Bay game during the Green Bay game before Jalen Hurts came in, and I was like, this guy's got to get benched, man. This guy just can't play. I can't. I can't watch this anymore.
When I turned the game on, Hurts was playing. I was like, what? Is it just one play or how long? But
yeah, like,
as soon as I turned it on, he dropped that ball down the field and scored. What was it, 4th and 18? And scored just like that. I'm like, when have we seen Greg Ward get that much separation? And two defenders like that. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just to the point where you just can't. You got to let it happen. I mean, it's unfortunate.
That right there, that was the question I answered, and that's what pissed Ty now, whatever the hell his name is. That's what pissed him off. Tell me one thing Carson Wentz have improved since his rookie year, 2016. When did you say 2017? The year after? That was his best year? Am I right or wrong, Joey?
You're right.
Yeah. So I said, but since I can't defend him. He hasn't done shit. And that's when, that's when Ty got his panties in a bunch. After that, I'm an Uncle Tom and I'm a Wentz apologist now. But
it's easy to know Wentz's best year because that was a Super Bowl year, and other than that, I mean, that's it. That's all I know. I mean, if you know what, you could put a lot of factors in because if it wasn't for Wentz, Nick Foles probably wouldn't have came in and win the Super Bowl because if you start Nick Foles the whole year, you don't know he hasn't had a full healthy season ever in his career. I don't think he has been healthy for a whole season. He gets that big contract from Jacksonville. He doesn't even last I don't know if he lasted. I think at the opener he got hurt. I don't even remember. The first, second, third game, I forgot. He got hurt immediately. So it's just ridiculous. Then he was on fire with the Bears for a few weeks, and then he started throwing. He was a pick machine. Then he started throwing picks. He had like 4 picks in 3 games. So he started getting down a little bit. Then obviously I don't know what's going to happen there, but.
Who got us winning?
I'm gonna skip that one.
Hold on. I can't make this up, man. I just can't make this shit up.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how many? Like, this is what Maverick says. 2017. It's 2017. It's almost 2021. Like, see this right here. Like, we're gonna keep saying this every year. Like 2017. How many years are we gonna go back and say, is it gonna be 2017 Wentz when it's 2021? I mean, it's sad, bro. It's just sad. It's just really sad.
I feel you, OD, because I love Carson too. He just had a bad season, and everyone's just ready to give up on him. But at this point, I'm with whatever helped the shield. Exactly, Weezy. Exactly, man.
That's all that matters, bro.
Don't say what you just said, because you might be on the apologist list now too. Don't say what you say. I agree. But you might be a apologist. Saying that.
Philly Fresh, you can get on, bro, if you want.
Damn. We all try to be fans, You look at win stats in 2018, 19 was elite. People always say, look at Dak's. I don't give a damn about Dak. Like, that. I see exactly what you mean, but it's like every time we talked about Wentz, it's always Dak. I don't give a damn about him.
I care less.
Yeah.
Don't matter to me, bro.
12-2, Dak is 8-8. And Dak had all them weapons at that. Like, he had all them weapons I would love to see Wentz have.
Nobody likes Philly. Nobody likes Philly Fresh because he defends Wentz. I don't think he defends Wentz 100%, but he defends him, but not to the extreme. Not to the extreme as you guys think he does. I don't think he's coming back, bro.
I don't think any Eagles fan here isn't even half of how Dan Orlovsky defends Carson Wentz, but
bro, if you don't have enough motivation from another quarterback winning a Super Bowl in front of you, and you don't have enough motivation from a backup quarterback getting drafted, you know what I mean? Then I don't know what you have to bring to the table mentally from what you're getting paid. He's got his money. He don't care now. Yeah, he cares maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. What the hell?
What's going on?
I can't. Who are you bringing in here, bro? You got some weird people coming in here.
All I'm going to say is, man, I just don't know. It's just crazy what this world comes to. You know, people just can't even finish high school or do anything for a living. Instead, they're on YouTube just grabbing troll accounts. I mean, it's pathetic. No matter how much you block, you're going to see a bunch of that, you know?
Jason says Wentz was still good in 18 and 19, although not as good as 17. I don't think Wentz was good in 18. Wentz was good. Wentz was good the last 4 games of 19. So would I say he was good in 19?
I'm gonna say a little
but
early
he did
on.
Well, at the end stretch.
I'm gonna say a little early on, but not really. You know.
No.
That guy's just he's just an idiot. I don't know where the hell what mindset he had. I don't know what the hell he was mad about. Sorry, I'm not a angry sheep. I don't know. I know exactly who that troll is too. You know, he's just mad because I don't really acknowledge my attention towards him. I know exactly who he is.
Top 10 elite. Yes, it does. Now you say Dak when Dak beat a team with 10 plus wins and played great. Simple question.
What's going on? Hold on a second, y'all.
Guys, by the way, if you see someone spamming like 10 messages at a time, you time that person out like immediately.
Yeah, it's not popping up on my end anymore, so I have no idea what's going on. It says we're still alive, but my comments it's just shot now because this freaking whoever this pathetic little virgin is. No, I can't say he's a virgin. He's a deadbeat dad. That's right. I know who he is. Yeah, we not playing that. Shout out to Eagles just landed though. You know, shout out to him.
Oh yeah.
I think he crashed my chat room, so I'm pretty much done from here.
Yo, Dank, I agree. Dak, throw for throw, Dak is way better. Ball placement, touch accuracy, vertical passing. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I definitely saw that when he was in this year. He definitely was spreading that ball around like it was nothing this year. I hope he does, Bobby. I hope Hurts does ball out. I hope he does. Can I say that, though? Young Gamer says they don't draft Jalen in the second round to be a gadget guy. Well, that's how they pretty much had it right there. That's pretty much how they had it. And we're going to have another Eagles YouTuber in here right now. God, do I want to invite him in here? I don't know. I should just let him sit down there and stare at me all day. No. Here he comes. Philly Fresh, what's going on, bro?
Yo, that, what's going on, man? Hey, what's going on? Hey, the Eagle, what's going on, man? Hey,
what's up, my brother, Wentz apologist, man? What's going on, man? I don't know, fam. Look, I don't know, fam. Look. Cheers,
All right,
bro.
so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to the things that I don't appreciate when people say that we are once apologists, because it's things that I'm going to say that I've been saying about this team that I'm going to be saying for Jalen Hurts. I'm an Eagles fan first.
Facts. Yes.
That's what it's about to me. But
Facts.
for everybody to just look at one person and just blame everything on him. Has he been having a bad year? Hell yeah. It's no way that you can it's no way that you can try to debate that. But when you look at it, the team has failed Carson Wentz. And it starts up from the higher up. Howie Roseman. Let's talk about it. So 2016, has he had a number one receiver? No. But you want to know what he did in 2017? Even with Aguilar, and I call him AAA, Alligator Arms Aguilar, but he's
that's a good one.
But he's looking like a player over there in Oakland. You know what I mean? But even with that, and agent Torrey Smith, who retired after the season, even with a Alshon Jeffrey, who probably was his last season being good, he took that team 11-2. You want to know why? Because we ran the football. This is the problem that I got with Doug Peterson. When you really look at it and you dissect everything that's going on, the problem is we do not run the football. Even in the win against the New Orleans Saints, Miles Sanders, 14 touches. You think that's enough? Hell no. Like, why are you not utilizing your talent? Why in the hell is Greg Ward fielding punts still to this day? You know what I mean? So when you really dissect things, I think that when you look at it, Carson Wentz is having a bad year, but also his coach and the rest of his team is not putting him in position to flourish. Because you want to talk about, like I just said, Greg Ward, right? Do you know that every punt, I ain't going to say every punt, but when you look at it statistically, he's starting at the 11-yard line when punts is happening, because Greg Ward is making stupid behind decisions. And you want this man to go 90 yards with wide receivers that can't get separation. To me, it's like, all right, the things that we was asking Doug Peterson to do. And I watch Joey, and I also watch you. And I watch a lot of Eagles content. And we've been saying the same things. Run the football. Roll Carson Wentz out. Because every time you roll him out, it's a play 40 yards, 18 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards. It keep happening. But yet and still you want to keep this man in the pocket when he's getting beat up and beat up and beat up. I just don't understand it. Now you come out here against New Orleans. We had more rollouts against New Orleans than we had the whole season.
The whole season, facts. The whole season.
Yeah, but I don't think they were designed, though. I don't think half of them were designed, though. I don't know. Because I could tell when he's trying to pass somebody, and then he says, screw it, I'm just going to run around and scramble. But I don't know how many of those plays are actually designed, because I'm not even sure.
Now, here's what I can say about that, Joey. Like, I can kind of tell when it's designed, because you get the fake handoff, and then he rolls out, and then he's scrambling. You know what I mean? But even still, I get what you're saying, Joey, because I still was on Doug Peterson about this game. Even though we won against New Orleans Saints, I still don't think that he did Jalen Hurts justice. For real, because a lot of them plays, a lot of people want to say, "Oh man, he scrambled for he ran for 106 yards and all this." But do you know, like 8-9 of them plays wasn't design runs? He was running for his life. I'm getting the heck out of here, and that's the difference between Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts. He gonna get out of trouble. I see my first read. It ain't there. Oh, I'm gone. But at the same time, when you look at it, Carson Wentz, they've been telling him, this whole year, preseason, from what I've been hearing, that don't run, trust the offense. Trust that guys are going to get open. Now we look at it. You know what I mean, Joey? And also you, bro. Listen, when you look at it and you watch Red Zone, you see dudes getting schemed wide open. It don't matter if you're fast, it don't matter if you're slow, it don't matter if you got a hamstring injury. Dudes are getting schemed wide open. That's not happening over here. Even I just got a problem with what's going on. It's not about Wentz. I take up for Miles Sanders all the freaking time. I say that this dude should have 1,000 yards right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, relax. How many he only has now?
I think he got 746 yards. If I'm wrong,
You could have
know
been.
what I mean. But how many times Doug Peterson should be in a lineup and taking pictures with the thing like this, and like this, because he is robbing Miles Sanders for 100 yards and Boston Scott. Let's talk about the Giants game. Let's talk about the Giants game. When you just don't get to do the football. Like, I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either, man.
To me, and I like Doug Peterson. I think he is a leader of men.
Totally.
I think that he is good at being a head coach. I don't want Doug Peterson gone.
No.
I just want him to give a play call. And I want to get on play calling, but not to Press Taylor. Now, here's what I can say real fast, y'all, because I have been saying this for a long time. It is a struggle with the top guys and also head coach. Because let's talk about it real fast.
Okay.
Came out last year. What did he say? Eagle? What did he say? Joey? Oh, Mike Groh will be back. That's my guy. 17 hours later, Harry Roseman said, "Step into my office." Why? Because you're fired. It's no respect right there. And the only thing that Doug Peterson has is play calling. And he ain't giving that up for nobody unless it's Press Taylor, because that's his only guy. Micro gone. Frank Wright gone. Doug Filippo gone. You know what I mean? Then he brought all these new guys in. So he really don't got nobody that you can say, that's my guy. You know what I mean? What head coach do you know that comes into a situation and a defensive coach is already hired, but you took that job? You knew it was going to happen. Howie Roseman just came out of the basement when you took that job. You think Howie Roseman is going to sit there and let you and let you make all these executive decisions and have all this going on when he just had a whole thing with Chip Kelly putting him in the mop closet? No, that's not going to happen. But Doug still took it. Now, I play devil's advocate, right? I sit here and I look at every single thing that's going on, and I look at it from both sides. And I give Doug Peterson credit, because I say, damn, when you come into the situation and you got this and you got that, and none of your guys is there, but it is a thing called December Doug. And the reason I'm saying this is because people want to always say, well, what happens? Why is Doug Peterson 11-2 when it comes to Carson Wentz not being there? Because there's a thing called December Doug. That's just facts. We seen it last year when because I seen you, Desert Eagle. I seen you talking about 2016 and what has he done since his rookie year. Why is nobody giving him credit for what Carson Wentz done in 2019? Because he put the team on his back. He was throwing to Walmart workers. He was throwing to janitors. He was throwing to dudes that we never even heard of. But nobody gives him credit for that. Mm-hmm. But what I can give Doug credit for is that, once again, it's a thing called December Doug. But Carson Wentz for 2 seasons wasn't there in December. You know what I mean? So that's why the record kind of looks like how it looks. Has Carson Wentz been playing bad? Hell yeah. Should he have been benched? It's no debate. He should have been benched, but I don't think he should have been benched in the Green Bay game because I think he should have been benched before that.
Way before.
Of course.
Yeah.
Week 4 or 5, he should have been benched at least by that time.
Right. But can I ask y'all a question real fast? In the Pittsburgh game, right? In the Baltimore game, right? I felt as though Carson Wentz said, you know what? I'm going to pull my big boy pants up. I'm going to do everything that I can to win this game. Did he? Now he didn't have no interceptions in the Baltimore game. Did he have a fumble? Yes, but that was I thought as though that was just a good play on the defense. You know what I mean? But when you really dissect things, it's like, why is the play calling so different as soon as Carson Wentz goes out? And this is the things that we've been asking for. We've been asking for the thing. We've been asking for rollouts. Yeah. We've been asking for you to run the ball more. You know what I mean? We've been asking for intermediate routes. When I say intermediate routes, and I'm talking to the chat, I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about cross routes. I'm talking about three drop back passes. Yep. Bam, he's there. Boom. You know what I mean? And
I've seen more read options and way more QB draws. I've been seeing a whole lot of that.
Bro, we've seen reverses.
That
all year.
I've seen a completely different team. Yeah.
and I don't want to, and I'm going to keep saying this, and I want y'all to comment on what I'm about to say. It seems like, because we seen how giddy Doug Peterson was when they drafted Jalen Hurts. It seems like he wants Jalen Hurts to be that guy, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if Carson Wentz tells him this scheme ain't working for me, I need a new scheme, or whatever the case may be, but it just seems like Carson Wentz is not his guy. Now, going forward, right? Going forward, I don't know if them two can coexist. I really don't know.
I don't think so. Fresh, what do you do if just hypothetical, like what if Jalen Hurts gets us to the playoffs? What if he plays the next few games very well? Like, what if you're gonna use that as good collateral for him to get some attention, get some good draft? Do you trade Jalen Hurts? I mean, I don't know. They've created this situation themselves, and
they did. They have.
That's why I don't blame Carson first. I don't blame Doug first. I blame top of the chart, top of the food chain, Howie Roseman.
I do
2 seconds. You can't. He created this issue. It's just how do you pay a quarterback and then you drag? I don't see the common sense in that. I just don't like. You knew as soon as. Do you not think they were sitting there like? I mean. They'd have to be dumb to not think when they draft this guy in the second round that everyone's just going to be calm about it, that no one's going to say anything about it. Like, smoke, man, just crazy.
Exactly. You know they are. First of all, like, and this might not be a thing that people take lightly, right? But they do take lightly. But when you really, really look at it, since 2017, after he went on an 11-2 run, this fan base really built on him. Right. This organization kind of built on him. First of all, why in the hell is that statue still there? You know he got to walk by that every single day. It's a reminder of, damn, I balled so much. I got us to the playoffs. I won a division in 13 games, and I got us the number one seed, but I wasn't there with the big games. But yet and still, you got a statue of Nick Foles. So it's like, forget everything that I've done. It's just thrown under like for real. And I'm not saying this to you, Desert Eagle. I'm not saying this to you, Joe. But for real, do you think? And I'm talking to y'all in the chat. Do you think that we won the 2017-18 Super Bowl without Carson Wentz's play? That's the problem that I got. People just forget everything that.
No, they both had to be there. Both of them had to be there, regardless.
Wentz gave Foles the spotlight. Would we have even made it to the playoffs if Foles started from the beginning of the season? Because Foles still has yet to play a full season.
He paved the way for Nick Foles. Nick Foles had just enough games to be like a little preseason for him, and we won and got the first seed, and and that was it. And it was pretty much he was ready for the regular season, starting in the playoffs. Pretty much what it all started. So, no, you can't. If you didn't have Carson Wentz, you'd have no Super Bowl. If you had no Nick Foles, you'd have no Super Bowl. So
I agree. No,
I agree 100%.
I agree. It took both of them.
And it's funny because I might be saying this percentage a little too high, 85, 90% or whatever. But a lot of Eagles fans gave up after Carson Wentz got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
They did.
Maybe 85 or 90 might be a little too high, I don't know.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, I don't know, because the guy hasn't really played, obviously, so I was kind of worried there. But then seeing
I could not have given up and say the season was over, though. That's just not in my blood. You know how Philly run. You know how Philly rolls. We don't give up.
Right.
Because it was literally like the Giants game threw 4 touchdowns, but he was under center a little bit more. He really wasn't doing RPOs. Then finally, Doug looked at the tape of his old film back when he was with Chip Kelly, when he was with the Rams. And then going into the playoffs, that's where, everything pretty much came together at that point. So, I mean,
I'm glad that you said. I'm glad you said. Oh, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
I was going to say, highlight kids comment without Wentz, no Super Bowl. All right, just highlight that right quick. All right, I just want to.
No, that's facts. Without Wentz, no Super Bowl. Without Nick, no Super Bowl. I mean, it definitely was a whole team thing. But my thing is, when you get a whole team around Carson Wentz, you see what this kid can do. When you get a strong offensive line, we lost Peters, but Vitae came in and he was doing his thing. You know what I mean? So it takes a village to build a house or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So you have to make sure that you have things around this kid. And once again, he still had no number one receiver. Zach Ertz was balling. Nelson Aguilar had his best year. Corey Clement came out of nowhere. They started running the ball. We number 3 and running the football. I think we like number 23 this year. Like, that's the problem that I got. You know that the success from Carson Wentz comes from running the football and play action. Why is it that you go to Nick Foles and you say, all right, let me go to the tape from 2012 when he went 27-2 or 23-2, whatever that was. But you can't do that for Carson. You could say, let me go to 2017 and see what we did best. And I'm going to implement that. All year, I did not see nothing from 2017. It's starting to make me think that most of that was Frank Wright. Yeah. And it's a shame because I like Doug. I really like Doug. I like Doug as a leader of men. I like how he treats his players. I like all of that. But play calling, no. Because even last week, why in the hell was you going for fourth down? Why was you going for fourth down when we up 3 points and McLeod just went out, right? Darius Slay just went out, right? Avonte Maddox just went out. But yet and still, you still going to try to go for it, and then you call that stupid behind play. Doug Peterson, does Carson Wentz make me scratch my head? Hell yeah. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm bald. I'm bald, y'all. But let me tell you something. I still scratch my hair, my hair out because of some of the things that Carson Wentz does. And I'm like, dude, like, come on, man. But here's the thing. Carson Wentz made some of the same bad decisions in 2017. But you know what he had? He had he had DeFilippo and Frank Wright to talk to him. Yo, kid, chill down. Chill out. You making the wrong decisions. You gotta see what you're looking at. Now, let's go forward real fast. And then I'm gonna go back. Let's go forward real fast. Doug Peterson, when Jalen Hurts has a fumble or whatever the case may be, he runs to the sideline. And who's talking to him? Doug Peterson. No, like, and when Carson Wentz goes to the sideline, who is he talking to? Nate freaking Sudfeld. So these are things, because I just want people to understand where I'm coming from. It's people, it's kids. You know what I mean? I got 7 kids. You know what I mean? So it's kids that you can say, you know what? The light is green. Go ahead, cross the street. You got it. Go ahead. Ain't nobody. Go ahead. And it's also kids that are the same age that you say, take my hand. I need to walk you across the street. Carson Wentz might be that type of person that you gotta. And ain't no disrespect to Carson Wentz, but he might be that kind of guy that you gotta say, walk, take my hand, and I'm gonna walk you across the street. Because even in them last 5 games, and we seen the thing on Amazon. I'm not sure if y'all seen it. You know what I mean? But you seen Josh McCown. He took that him. I want to say the last 6 games of the season and said, Carson Wentz, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this. And we've seen a better Carson Wentz. The talent is there, but it's here that ain't there.
And the front office ain't helping that. So I want to make an example, and Nitro Freak just had something good to say, that this roster was good top to bottom during that Super Bowl year. But here's the thing, though. Why is it that let's just separate ourselves real quick, and we'll go every free agent we had that year was effective. Everybody produced. There wasn't one free agent that didn't produce. Every free agent stayed healthy. Pretty much stayed healthy and played phenomenal. Number 2, even with some of these games we did have, I don't even know. Like it was the trade for Jay Ajayi for a 4th round pick. That was a total steal, and we got so lucky. And the Corey Clement thing is what. Here's the thing: like we find these gems. Like we were using Darren Sproles way too much, constantly, and as soon as he got hurt in that opener against the Giants, week 3 of the season, when he broke his wrist and tore his ACL at the same time and one tackle. I mean, I can't even imagine how that felt. You see Corey Clement, a guy that really isn't used to, especially in college, didn't get passes out of the backfield whatsoever in college whatsoever. And look what he turned out. It's like by mistake we find these gems by injuries, and it's making them look good that we find these guys, but these are the guys that never start. You understand what I'm saying? Like we always find these gems.
Yeah, I totally understand, because we got 2 gems right now who have absolutely been dismissed by this organization. Let's talk about Jordan Mailata. You know what I mean? Like, why the hell is he benched for Jason Peters, who is buns? This dude is bad.
Quote unquote. Just say this real quick. Quote unquote from Doug Pearson. It's not about one guy. It's been about one guy.
But one guy can. It's a link to a chain. One link can be so bad to a chain that the chain just looks like it can't hold up nothing. And Jason Peters is that link. You try him out, you put him. He fusses and he steals. And what did I say, Joey Shakes, when we had the round table? I said, do not bend the knee for Jason Peters, and they did that, and I was so disappointed. So you put him at left tackle. He was a turnstile. You put him at right guard. He was barbecue chicken. This dude was bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Fulgham and Hightower.
Oh man,
it's a shame that Fulgham comes on the scene. Like, I don't know any receiver that comes on the scene. Like, look at dudes like Cruz. You know what I mean? For the Giants, they come on the scene. And they was practice squad guys, whatever the case may be. They light things up, and you want them to split. I'm talking about Fulgham now. You want them to split snaps with a dude, Alshon Jeffrey, who looked like a guy that just stole a refrigerator out of my grandma's house, and he's walking down the freaking street. Like, this dude is not it. Even though he caught a touchdown, all right, shout out to him for that. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? And then when you do that, you had a guy in Hightower. Right? Even though he was dropping some passes, I get it.
Yeah,
But
he did.
but the last 3 games before he basically got benched, he was averaging like 50 yards. He was averaging like 50 yards. It was going to be one play from Hightower that you're going to get that's 50 yards, and you you sit this dude down for that guy. I got a problem with that, man. Go ahead, y'all.
But here's another thing too. Even with this backup quarterback position we have right now, not even just that, but we had Nate Sudfeld as our backup for the Super Bowl, right? So my question is, why drafting Jalen Hurts even made any sense? If they had that much trust in Nate Sudfeld to put him behind Foles at the Super Bowl, why wouldn't they make him the backup? Why didn't they? I mean, obviously they don't trust him for games. Obviously we have so many injuries we can't even afford to have 3 quarterbacks right now. So, even with the Nate Sudfeld situation, I still don't get that either. It's kind of like a question mark to me why they didn't. Because I thought he was playing pretty well when he got in, during preseason, and he was kind of working his way. But, yeah, I don't know. I just don't get that at all. I really don't get it. Alshon Jeffrey, I'm not putting the hype up on him because of one game. I'm not. I mean,
touchdowns.
Don't get me wrong. Like, that throw was nice, and Hurts threw a tough pass because he got belted. He got hit, real hard. So
roughing the passer, yeah.
I know that Hightower had a few. Hightower's dropping the ball, and he had a good training camp, strong training camp. Came inside and had a few drops, and then they were starting to. Carson Wentz was throwing some like panic passes downfield. Like, he just want to get that shot downfield like so badly. Okay, hey, don't tell me he wasn't, because I know for a fact there are times where even when Deshaun Jackson went deep, for the little times he went deep, okay, we know that he wasn't even used as a deep threat this year. Okay, threw the ball downfield, and obviously I think John. I mean, even using Quez Watkins on that reverse of that game, I was like, what? They decided to use Quez Watkins on a reverse. I was like. I didn't even know that was him. I was like, number 8. I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, they used Quez Watkins, and he actually looked pretty quick. Like, he didn't get much yards on it, but he
number 2 in the combine, man, with speed. Go ahead, bro.
No, that's pretty much all I got to say. I mean, I Travis Fulgham since week 4, been leading the team in receiving yards, but now, I mean, obviously been benched for a while now, and really. Alshon Jeffrey's been taking reps from these guys. I'm not making one touchdown from Alshon Jeffrey. Like, hype him up, guys. He's back. Not doing it.
I'm sure as hell ain't gonna say that. Like, how much? Like, is this Alshon's last year, or has he got one more year?
He's done. He's done regardless.
He's got
done.
All right, we need to get young. Okay.
Well done.
Thank you for the time in 2017, but come on.
Playing on injury, whatever. I mean, that guy's done.
Some may disagree, but
when you really
there's no way they're going.
We drafted all these wide receivers.
It's a $16 million cap hit this year. Next year, it's an $18 million cap hit. You honestly think they're going to keep? We have so many young receivers on this team right now, and they could probably draft another one next year. There's no way this guy's staying for $54 million guaranteed. It's not going to happen. Okay, Alshon looks like a giraffe just looking, and that's all I see out there. I don't see that. Before the season started, it was like, John Clark was like, oh, well, everyone that knows Alshon Jeffrey got a chip on his shoulder, and he's like, pulling pictures of him pulling weights. Like, I gotta see it, bro. Like, I gotta see it. And he,
Donnell Pumphrey when we came back, he was only as ever.
I don't want to talk about Donnell Pumphrey.
What happened?
Yeah, so many running backs that we missed on that one. But when you really, really look at it and you really dissect everything, like, if you're paid, you're going to play. And it's a shame that this organization looks like that, because it's like, if you are a guy that's up and coming and you are a guy that's balling, like let's keep it real. Jordan Mailata has been playing better than Jason Peters all year. Mm-hmm. And then another thing, the psyche. It's the psyche that I think that this team, that this organization messes with players. Because when you really dissect it, if I'm Jordan Mailata, right, I come in and I am balling and I am rated how high I'm rated or whatever the case may be, and I only give up one quarterback hurry in like 4 games. And then as soon as Jason Peters comes in, I get benched.
Grandpa
And that's
Moses.
cool. It's cool if I get benched and the dude come in and he's balling and he's doing this, but you bench me for that? And then you come into the next game and say, oh no, Jason Peters is going to be our starter. So to me, and I'm going to ask y'all this. I'm going to ask you this, DE. I'm going to ask you this, Joey, because, and I think I know the answer, but is it more of Doug Peterson or is it more of Howie Roseman saying that these guys need to play because I paid them? These guys need to play because I drafted them. Because let's talk about JJ Arcega-Whiteside real fast. Why in the hell is he even getting dressed?
You do that. Let me go upstairs and get my umbrella first. I swear, we mentioned that name.
I get it. I get it, bro. I get mad when we mention that name because one name come to mind when we mention that name, and it makes me want to cry. You know what I mean? And we all know who that name is. He barbecue chicken us every time he plays us. But
it just pisses me off thinking about that. It pisses me off thinking about it, like, damn, we could have had him.
And it's a shame. And to me, once again, and I don't know if y'all seen a report. I don't know how true it is, but for you to say that he's coming back for what? Like, even if he do come back, you got to bring somebody else in to do these drafts. Contracts, all right, I'm cool. I'm cool with how we doing contracts.
Totally.
Even though I don't agree with the outshine, I get what he was trying to do with the outshine thing, but it backfired in his face. You know what I mean? He got that black smoke in his face like Daffy Duck and all that when he tried to shoot the gun and all that. So, when you really look at it, I'm cool with Howie Roseman doing contracts. He does not draft players because it's also reports coming out. And I don't really do videos about just reports and things that he say, she say. But when you look at it and we're hearing that Jim Schwartz wanted a Fulcum and I can't remember the guy name for some reason, man. But the safety for I can't remember his name. But you know he got 4 touchdowns. A safety has more touchdowns than all of our wide receivers, not combined. I'm talking about specifically.
Yeah.
He got 4 touchdowns. A guy that we could have drafted at 53, but you want to go ahead and get Jalen Hurts. Like, I don't understand that. Like to me, it's so much of a miss. And now a lot of people saying, oh no, we needed a backup quarterback. We needed this. So why the hell are we a quarterback factory if we need a backup quarterback? Don't we got Nate Sudfeld, who's been here since 2016? But y'all think that this group and this team can just groom quarterbacks? No, I ain't going to be saying if Carson Wentz is gone, I'm going to be saying the same thing that I'm saying right now about Jalen Hurts. I'm going to be sitting here. I'm going to be protecting while everybody else is grinding them up. Because let's keep it real. 167 yards. If Carson Wentz would have did that, we would be sitting here grinding him to sawdust. Dude, how the hell you only throw 167 yards? But since he's a rookie, we give him a pat on the back, and I'm cool with that. But in years to come, this dude is going to have to be evolved. This dude is going to have to be trained to do better than that.
Much better, yeah.
Because against the Saints, I don't know what the hell the Saints was doing. I ain't gonna lie to you. The defense, they treated him like a pocket passer. They had Malcolm Jenkins, who is older than me, and I'm old. I'm 37. You know what I mean? So when you really look at it, you had him spying him for like 1 or 2 plays, and this dude was just getting busy. But without that, the offense was Manila. Even in the third quarter, the offense still was Manila. And that's a problem that I got with this organization. To me, I don't know how y'all feel, but it's not about Carson Wentz and about Jalen Hurts to me. Because whoever's the quarterback, I'm rooting for. That's my guy.
Facts.
Oh my God.
We're apologists for that, though. We're apologists for that.
But to me, y'all, it's really about Doug Peterson, the play calling and the play scheme. I look all across the league, and I'm going to say this again, and I see dudes getting schemed open. That is not happening in Philadelphia, and I got a problem with that, y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. No, I totally agree. I do. I just don't know what the next move is going to be. Obviously, you're going to see Jalen Hurts the next few games, see how it goes, and then I don't know. It's going to be a real tough decision now when it comes to Howie Roseman making those decisions. I saw the rumors come out that he had. I guess he's putting the players that he wants to play out there. I really hope that's not the case, because if that's the case, then Doug really has no power at all. And I don't think he really has much power right now, because he's got to go upstairs, and every little decision he makes, he's got to go upstairs anyway. So as of right now, I really don't have an answer for it. I think you just got to see what this kid does. If we make the playoffs, I don't know. If, obviously the kid's got legs. Obviously, if the kid could change the whole dimension of this offense, and with Hurts going in, it really just put up this whole entire team. And, obviously they're still making mistakes. Obviously, I still didn't like the play calling regardless. I think it's still, we're just basing it off of his legs, and that's it. And it actually worked.
He missed a lot of sacks.
Oh, yeah, every time, and I imagined it, I said Carson would have got sacked there. He would have got sacked there. I'm not trying to say it in like a bad way.
I think Wentz would have played a lot worse than he did in 2018 against the Saints. Low key, I think he would have played a lot worse. Remember how bad he was in 2018 against the Saints when we got blown out? Yeah.
Yeah, but also, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I felt as though the offensive line was the best that it was all season.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Like, and even this week with Driscoll coming out, let's really talk about it. We're going into what, our 15th game? 13 different offensive line shifts. It is not because of dudes getting benched or whatever. It's because of injuries. I don't understand it. And I think that's what everybody is mad at with Carson Wentz, because we've seen him. All right, so let's go to 2018, right? Remember the cornerback situation. Oh, my gosh. Everybody was getting hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mr. Barbecue Chicken himself, Ronald Darby, hurt. Jalen Mills, hurt.
What? You called? People call
Jalen Mills hurt. Remember, we had to go in there with Craig James and dudes we ain't even freaking know. You know what I mean? 2019, it was the wide receivers. Everybody was out. Aguilar, Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson. Like, everybody was out. J.J. I think White started talking about he couldn't go to the bathroom. Don't care. Stay in the bathroom. But he still overcame that. And a lot of people don't give Carson Wentz credit for overcoming that, to throwing the dudes that, like, really, like, when you look at it, they like nobody knew about Greg Ward. Nobody knew about Deontay Barnett. Nobody really knew about Joshua Perkins. Like when you really look at it, the dudes that he was throwing to, he should be commended for that. All right, so let's go to this year. He cannot overcome because of once again. Shout out to Philly 500. And, we had the round table, I'm going to say about 6 days ago. You know what I mean? He talked about Carson Wentz's weight. I get it. I understand. But when you look at it, the offensive line, he could not get out of trouble. It's like as soon as he look up, dudes is getting set. Was he making bad plays? Yeah. But it's a stat that going into the Packers game that is so astounding to me. It makes me sick to my stomach. D.A., Joey, I want y'all to bear with me. I want y'all to listen to me on this one.
Right.
Do y'all know Carson Wentz was hit 144 times? You want to know how many times they ran the football? 198. Why is it that close?
It's really far.
So when you really look at it, why in the hell, like I ain't gonna say why in the hell, but when you really look at it, I'm scared of my life too. Am I gonna be missing reads because I'm like his when you're a quarterback, right? When you drop back 3-step, whatever the case may be, your main thing should be looking at the receivers who's getting open. His main thing was looking at to see if I'm going to get sacked or get hit because I'm running for my life. And that's the problem that I got, man, because people don't understand that it's just not Carson Wentz. Once again, playing bad. And it's a shame that me, DE, and also Joey got to keep saying this for y'all to realize that we're not just talking about or trying to be Wentz apologists. It's not about that. It's about the team. We're sitting here and I'm looking at my quarterback scared for his life.
Yeah.
He's scared for his life because when he dropped back, he's sitting there. Oh, it's a dude right here. It's a dude right here. And it's like, I can't do nothing. What could he do? Even in a Packers game, I get it. He got benched because he didn't do anything. But the dude was getting sacked left and right. It was pressure left and right. Like every time he and then when you look at it, the scheme is to have people go up and out, up and out. No. If you know your quarterback is getting tortured like that, everything should be short routes. Get the ball out of his hands. It should be screens. Like to me, man, I feel as though the organization has failed on him. Was he playing bad? Yes, but I think that the coach could have fixed it week 1 because against the Giants game, we seen a good scheme the first half. We seen a good scheme. We went 17-0, but yet and still didn't run the ball enough. You calling these long, drawn-out plays, and you're going against probably the best defensive line in the game, and these dudes is 10 off on. Oh, yeah.
I think it's route combinations, too, with these receivers as well. So whoever's coach, I mean, I think Aaron Moore has done a pretty good job this year. I don't think he's only really given what he's given with this team right now. But however they're designing the plays, these route combinations, like you said, why am I not seeing these mid-tier throws from Carson Wentz during the year? Why is it when Hurts comes in, I'm seeing these mid-tier throws? Why am I seeing Zach Ertz wide open? Obviously, the play is being extended, obviously, and guys are getting open. The chemistry is only going to get better, and hopefully we have more of those throws this year. But I like you said, even we weren't running the ball, and then when we start running the ball and we do well, and then we get away from the run so early, never get back to it, and Miles Sanders is just getting wasted and not getting anything. I feel like they tried to, even against the Packers, I feel like they tried to put in Jordan Howard because they went by last year. They tried to do a replay. And I thought he did all right. You know, he got through a little bit here and there, but this coaching staff needs to be held accountable. And obviously Wentz has played bad. Like I said, I'm not putting everything on Carson Wentz, but there are little things that normal coaches do that Doug doesn't do. So when that doesn't happen, this offense just goes flat, and it's just looked worse and worse. And now, end of the year, things are starting to look okay. And with this offense and defensively, it's just crazy. I hate when we get hot right at the end, or we try to get hot, and then at this we're 2 games behind Washington. We're a game behind the Giants, and the Giants still have the Browns Sunday night. They still have the Baltimore Ravens, and the Washington football team still has the Seahawks as of right now. So they still have some tough tasks in front of them right now. But we need to win Sunday, regardless of what happens.
I agree.
I think Washington can beat Seattle. I just don't think Seattle's really been.
Seattle, all the teams, the teams were all we're going to get killed.
But who is their coach going to? I mean, not coach. Who's their quarterback going to be? That's the issue that I got with Washington. If Washington had a coach, I mean, I keep saying coach. Sorry. If Washington had a quarterback, I would say that they're going to run away with this joint. Like facts. You know what I mean? Because when you really look at it, their defense is legit. Like, I ain't even with Mr. Barbecue Chicken on the end, aka Ronald Darby. Even with him on the end. because let's keep it real. Ronald Darby was good in 2017 because our defensive line was so ferocious.
Oh, everyone benefited from that defensive line. Everybody did.
Right. And I think that he's benefiting from that also. But and this is what I want to ask y'all. Now that we on that situation, excluding Ronald Darby, let's talk about some of the players that are not here anymore and that how we drafted. Because to me, like I don't know what to think about it. Because I do get that Howie has missed on some players, but some of the players that he has drafted and that were here and they're not anymore. Like I'm like, yo, like Rasul Douglas. Now Rasul Douglas, he got barbecue chicken last week. I don't know if y'all seen it. Oh my
No, I didn't.
gosh! But when you look at it, you know what I mean. Like he got barbecue chicken. Let's talk about LJ Fort that they brought in. He didn't draft him, but they brought him in, and now he's on Baltimore and he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? So my thing is, and I want to ask y'all this: what is it that y'all want to do coming in next season? Do you want to stick with Doug and let Jalen take the helm? Because I don't think coming into next season that you can have Doug and Carson Wentz there. That's just my personal opinion. So it's really 3 or 4 scenarios. You try to trade Carson Wentz, right? And you get what you can for him, and he goes wherever he goes. Or do you try to stay with Doug and let Jalen Hurts come in? You know what I mean? And he does whatever he does. Or do you try to keep all 3 of them? Or do you try to get a new coach and keep Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz? Because this is a 10-year decision. This is a 10-year decision that we really got to talk about.
I'm about to not even answer that question. I'll just say, look, this is all that matters in the end. You feel me? Right. This is all that matters. I mean, I accepted since day one that Wentz was our quarterback, you know?
Okay.
And I still can't bring it to myself as to why is Hurts drafted, especially after he got paid. Even when Carson did what he could to win us the division the previous year. So, I mean, and it's just stressful just thinking about it because Hurts won us this game, and now I just don't know.
It's only one game though. That's why I can't.
It is only one game, man. You know, he's the best thing. That all of a sudden
he can look like nothing next game against Arizona.
We get the same treatment.
He can look like nothing.
The other quarterbacks in the past has gotten shitted on, you know, but
and I understand, like even. And we have a huge coaching issue because these guys that leave this team and this becomes successful, like the LJ4 thing made me sick because not even two games, he got a 4-year extension. Yeah. Not even 2 games, he got a 4-year extension. And I can't stand it. Like, I can't stand players leaving and like, I just can't. Like, when's Will Parks when you need him? I mean, and he's gone now. It's just ridiculous. And now I think he was hurt most of all. You know, we were talking about me and Des were talking about this earlier with Will Parks and Kevon Wallace. You know, Kevon Wallace likes to do more of this than actually show what he wants to do on the field. But
I like Kevon though.
I do. I like his energy.
I get you. But when it comes to the defense, it's always the excuse. Hargrave doesn't fit the scheme.
Right.
Will Parks doesn't fit the scheme. Darius Slay is having one of his worst years because of the scheme. Well, how about you start looking at the freaking defensive coordinator? Who can fit the scheme? If dudes that are proving in this league, why in the hell? And this is the problem that I have with defense and offense. Why are you not putting these guys in a position to flourish? This is the problem that I got that the Eagles do not do, man. Like when you really break things down and when you really look at it. I talked about the Greg Ward thing. Why in the hell is Greg Ward fielding punts? You know what I mean? Like when you really look at it.
He's not fat. He's just not I don't see much. I see him just go through to the first wave and he gets tackled. I mean, that's all I see every game.
Redger got 3 punt returns, bro, and one of them is a touchdown. But yet and still, and you don't think, once again, let's talk about the mental. You don't think that messes with that young man's mental? Like, dude, I just had a touchdown last week, and you want to keep putting Greg Ward out there who tries to. Greg Ward, do you know?
I have no idea why. Yeah,
Greg Ward, do you know that you can catch the ball?
Or Quez there? Some. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I thought Hightower didn't he have experience in special teams? Was it?
Oh yeah, he had plenty.
Yeah, why are we going with him? Why are you going with
veteran, bro? They don't like putting new players out there. They never do.
And that's the problem that I got with the organization, bro. Like, and to the coaching or whatever the case may be. Like, when you really, really look at it, and it's not just about Carson Wentz. This is about everybody on the team. They're not being put in a best position. Let me ask you this. Why in the hell? First of all, Darius Slay, he just came out and said it, and he tried to say it without slandering Jim Schwartz. But why in the hell are you having a scheme for him to play a player when he's used to playing a football? It's a reason they call him Big Play Slay, because he plays the football. But you got a scheme for him to play the player. Let them catch the football and try to react to that. No, stop being a reacting defense and go get it. Why in the hell is Darius Slay lined up 7 yards back?
It's with every corner we have. They do the same thing all the time. Why are they lining up? You finally got a number one corner. He's making a lot of money now. You put money into that position and that player that's actually working well for us, and you line these guys 7 yards off the picket fence defense. I can't stand. All they care about is leaving everything in front. Anything up the middle, that's fine. They don't want the big. They're too cautious on giving up the big plays. But if you got Slay on, there's only so much that Slay could control. But that's why, I like corners that are face to face that can give that nice push that could ruin a wide receiver's route or something. I like that. I hate lining up so far away, and then you're kind of like, here's another thing.
Time and Joe, like if you 7 yards back. And it's time routes, crossing routes, whatever the case may be. Yeah. Let him get up and be physical. That's what he's good at. But yet and still, no, you're going to play 7 yards back. And then he had a nerve, I want to say, about 4 weeks ago, to throw his cornerbacks under the bus and say, "Is their choice?" Come on, man. We seen Darius Slay playing for the Lions. He ain't play like that. That's your choice. You want them to play like that. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame. Now, I'm not saying they need to play bump and run coverage every single down. But when it's 3rd and 3 and you got these dudes 7 yards back, that's pitch and catch. It's pitch and catch. I got a problem with that. Did the defense come up big last week? Yeah, they did. But I thought as though, I ain't gonna lie to you, Joe. I don't know how you feel about this. I thought as though New Orleans, man, they did not use Taysom Hill right. He ran the ball in 2 times.
He looked really awkward. He looked robotic on sometimes he throwing the ball. The week before, he was a 3rd down. I mean, he was fantastic. He was great. But yeah, when he works with Drew, he's so much better, and he just plays better. But as a quarterback, consistently throwing from the pocket and he tried to run a couple times. He had, a few. I think he had 2 or 3 runs. It wasn't much, but I mean, Alvin Kamara really shut down. He had maybe 2 good, okay runs, and then that was pretty much it. Defense did a good job. But here's the thing that really pissed me off, and it's Doug Peterson. That's why I think Doug is out of here. Even when they talk about, we go back to the offense. You talk about, Alshon Jeffrey starting because he's healthy. And then a couple weeks ago, Travis Fulgham, he said, well, Travis Fulgham hasn't, he's got to learn that he's going to be facing elite talent, and, he's got to learn that, you're not giving the guy a chance. All you're doing is And then what? He came in for that one snap a week or two ago, and he dropped it. And I'm just like, well, what do you expect? The guy's not even in the game. And then another thing is when they talk about Jordan Mailata, is Jordan Mailata going to be your starting left tackle for the future? Whatever, kind of ask that question. Well, I don't think it's fair to Andre Dillard because guarantee to you, they'll just start Andre Dillard just because he's a first round pick, just because he's Andre Dillard from the first round of the draft. They're gonna, because he has that title on his name, they'll start him right in front of that. That's why I think it's so unfair. That's why if it was up to Doug next year, Jordan Mailata is going to be on practice squad or on the bench next year because Andre Dillard's going to start just because. Like, they'll compete, and Jordan Mailata will probably beat him out. Andre Dillard was getting beat by Joe Osman. Joe fucking Osman. Was he drafted? Was he a 7th round pick? I forgot, but I know it's not great. I know the guy. I don't even know at this point. But these are the things. The veteran, the favoritism on some of these guys. That's why Doug has. That's why I'm so. If they fired Doug, I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't.
But is it Doug or is it Howie saying that? Because we done heard reports. Is it Doug or is it Howie saying, I drafted these guys, I paid these guys, they need to be on the field? Like the like Travis Fulgham, I'm gonna start calling him Travesty Fulgham because this is a travesty. What they have, it's really a travesty what they have done to this kid, man. Like really, Joey. I think you was in it when we talked about this when we had the live call it. When you look at it, what wide receiver do you know? And I'm talking about fantasy football, right? What wide receiver do you know is one game he's projected to have 10 points, then 11, then he balls against 49ers, then 15. Now he's at 1 point. He's projected to have 1 point.
What do you expect?
Because he's not getting used.
And crazy. He said he had a lot to learn, but like within 4 or 5 games, he already had way more yards than all of our receivers combined.
Bro, he had 465 yards.
Crazy. Yo, it's like when something works, Doug, like when Jordan Mailata works, they bench him and put Jason Peters. When Travis Fulgham works, they put in Alshon Jeffrey and take away snaps from John Hightower and Travis Fulgham.
That's why it kind of made me feel suspicious. Like, are they like trying to tank or? Because I
hate this fucking team.
What you say?
I really hate.
He said he hate. Go. Say it, Joe.
I hate this fucking team.
No. I'm gonna tell you what it is. That's why I think it's really Howie Roseman saying, I paid Alshon Jeffrey $22 million, and I need him on the field to basically show that this was worth it.
What, for trade worth? Is it for trade worth to try to get some value out of him? Is that what they're doing?
Much.
Is that going to do with Jalen Hurts too? They're going to just get some trade value because I don't know. They might have some offers on the table.
That might be my unpopular opinion. I mean, could Jalen Hurts be used?
Yeah. That's what I wanted to know from y'all, and y'all ain't answer my question about that. I gave y'all kind of 3 or 4 scenarios.
Yeah.
Well, I'm special ed, so I ain't gonna remember 4 questions. So I was collaborative, bro. I was collaborative. Just letting you know.
Hey, man, watching this Eagles team, all of us are special ed, seriously. But when you really look at it, man,
yeah.
Until the front office and also the coach get on the same board, man, we like what do you expect us to do? Like when you really look at it, and this is why I'm going to take Doug Peterson's side. Other than Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert, a couple of guys that they had that they drafted, linemen and all that. What talent has really been drafted for this team? Nobody.
None.
Nobody.
We're looking for gems. With injuries, we're looking for gems. We find out that's it. But
the last one we had was Dallas Goedert 2 years ago, and then Carson Wentz. I mean,
Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders,
Miles Sanders. I'm sorry, Miles Sanders. I can't forget him. Miles Sanders.
Yeah. Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders, and then you like, wow. Now Rhaegar, I felt as though Rhaegar wasn't being used right. Now, a lot of people want to say we should have got Justin Jefferson. The way it's looking right now, hey man, I can't argue with you. The beginning of the season, I was arguing, but I really can't argue with you. I see what this dude doing. He's probably gonna go second place rookie of the year to Nate Herbert, but I'm not Nate Herbert. Sorry. What's the dude from the the Chargers quarterback? What the heck? We just seen him ball last night.
Oh, Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert. So,
yeah.
So when you look at it, other than that, like I'm just talking about offensively. Like who on this team, possession wise, meaning like guys that can help your quarterback. Who have we drafted? I mean, I'm looking at now. I do like.
No, here's one. Here's 50 picks from Howie Roseman. In the last 50 picks, I think he's only drafted 2 Pro Bowlers. I think it's Trent Cole and Carson Wentz. I think maybe Fletcher. It might be 3. Fletcher Cox as well. It could be. It's got to be 3.
Okay, yeah.
3 Pro Bowlers and 50 picks. Before Howie Roseman, we drafted 14 Pro Bowlers in 18 years. I mean, it's crazy. That number. I heard that on 94 WIP a few weeks ago. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that is just like, it's just insane. It's just insane to even hear that. That's why, like, you got to have a Joe Douglas here, an Andrew Berry here. Like that. There's no one.
You know what's
looking
crazy?
after
you know
this.
What's crazy? As much as I don't know how y'all feel about this guy, as much as we get on this guy, he drafted very well. I'm talking about Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly actually, like when you really dissect it, most of the players that played for the Philadelphia Eagles against the New England Patriots for the Super Bowl, they were Chip Kelly guys. Just think about it. Nelson Aguilar, Lane Johnson. I mean, the list just goes on. And the other pieces were people that Howie Roseman hit on in the draft, like LeGarrette Blount. You know what I mean? Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith. All them other pieces was not drafted by Howie Roseman. This is why we're in this situation that we are, because we won a Super Bowl, and congratulations to us, but it wasn't a traditional run to when you really look at it. It was a bunch of 1-year deals. It was a bunch of 1-year deals that really won a Super Bowl. That's why we are where we are. When you look at teams like the 49ers, Kansas City, and all them kind of guys that they bring in are the reason that they won a Super Bowl, that they drafted. We brought in guys that was on 1-year deals, and we just had a 1-year flash in the pan. This is why we are where we are. When you really look at it, just think about that.
It's not even the draft, but the trades as well. Like, when's the last time Howie Roseman made a good trade? He didn't go for D-Hop. He never went for Jalen Ramsey. He doesn't want to give up anything more than a 4th-round pick ever. He always wants to do, Jordan Howard, 5th or 6th round conditional, whatever. He always wants to do those late picks and try to steal players. You're not going to do that. Teams are getting smarter now. They're not going to let you go after these players for 4th to 7th round picks. It's not going to happen. Like, he wants to protect these picks, but if you're not doing anything with them at this point, then why even hold on to them at this point? Like, every time we see a player in free agency, we're like, oh man, this guy's going to go for a lot of picks. This guy, and then we look at him and we're like, that's it? That's all it took? And that's where it just
DeAndre Hopkins, that was a huge.
They could have had him. They could have had him easily.
What have y'all gave up Miles Sanders for him?
That was a true rumor. I don't know if that was true.
That's
all. No, I wouldn't.
I would not give.
I wouldn't at all. No, because we've been trying to get a running back in here.
It was a rumor, but it's too close to the things that they got that I'm thinking like, yeah, maybe.
But who was the running back?
David Johnson. He was
David Johnson. That's right.
He was injury prone. He was a big cap casualty for the Cardinals. He was just. They just wanted him out of there.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. If Howie Roseman would have kept Jordan Howard, instead of worrying about a compensatory pick next year. I would have got rid of Jordan Howard and the second round pick.
We didn't really use him, so yeah.
But you so worried about these compensatory picks that you do nothing with.
No,
you got a compensatory pick, right? And you get last year you get Taylor. He's not even being freaking used. He's a project linebacker. Like, come on, man. Like I don't understand it. So let's go through it. Rhaegar wasn't being used right. These are our picks. Rhaegar wasn't being used right. You draft Hurts. Now finally they starting Hurts. You know what I mean? Taylor, he ain't being used at all. Kavon Wallace, they finally bring use him. Hightower, 5th round pick. You bench him. You know what I mean? Driscoll, he just got hurt, but I like that kid. I like him.
Yeah,
I like that kid.
Yeah.
7th round pick. Damn, who's 7th round pick?
Oh,
he's not even on the team anymore. 7th round pick.
Wait, he ain't on the team?
Casey Tuhill. He gone.
Yeah.
You want to know why he gone? Because they wouldn't put Alshon Jeffrey on a pup list. They wouldn't put Alshon Jeffrey on a pup list. So you got to keep makeshifting guys and
they kept him on the active roster for weeks. Yep.
This team freaking stinks. Like, when you really, really look at it, man, just think about that. Like, and I don't know what Tuhill is. I don't know where he's going to be. But when you look at it, like the organization, when you really, really dissect it, they are not doing a good job, and they're not helping their quarterback. And I'm talking about Jalen Hurts right now. I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. I'm not even talking about Carson Wentz, because it seems like Jalen Hurts is going to be the future. So when you really, really dissect things, how in the hell are you helping your freaking quarterback?
Yeah. I see other like content creators from other teams making videos on their teams, and they're bitching about everything. I'm like, you guys have no fucking compared to what we're doing with here. You have.
So who was that? Who?
No, I don't. I'm just saying in general. I'm not gonna say names, but there's like other content creators that cover other teams. You know, like they think they got so many issues. And I'm like, you have no idea. You got no idea what. I mean, this is so like confusing. I mean,
it's just funny.
We don't know. We don't even know who to get rid of. Who's gonna stay? What's gonna? We don't even. It's just. It's the waiting game now. It's unfortunately.
No, listen, the Patriots fans tripping out now. That's just weird. That's just funny and weird.
And I'm glad you brought that up, man. I want to know, like, from y'all, because me personally, with everything that happened, man, like with the statue and the Super Bowl and the draft and Jalen Hurts, and I feel as though that was just slapping the face to your quarterback. So I'm going to look at it and say that Carson Wentz is going to be traded. I don't know. We don't know how this organization is going to it's going to respond. We don't know what's going to happen these last 3 games. But say Jalen Hurts, he goes on a tear, and the team wins these last 3 games, go to the playoffs, and we win a playoff game, and we in the divisional. Same thing that kind of happened in 2018. Win the divisional. I mean, we go to the divisional round, lose, whatever the case may be. Where do you think that Carson Wentz is going to land? Because I got about 4 spots that
34. Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
The Bears, the Colts. I don't think Jacksonville, because I think they're just going to go in the draft. The Patriots. Belichick's been a big Carson Wentz fan.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? I agree with everything that you just said, Joey. But from what I'm hearing, and these are just rumors, but I'm just hearing, man, what about the Saints? Did you just hear what
Sean Payton, what he said?
Yeah.
The Saints.
Oh, they got plenty of players.
Damn.
We can grab somebody off.
Damn.
If he go there, man.
Damn. Oh, Eagles fans, y'all really gonna be tripping. Y'all really gonna be tripping.
Let's get Alvin Kamara in here, bro. I'm down for it.
Damn, I don't even want to think about that.
See,
Good
everybody,
God.
every outside noise that we've heard, like between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre and now Sean Payton and everybody, everyone has not said anything bad about Wentz. It's everything around Wentz, which I definitely believe, too. I definitely believe. Do I think it's 100% around Wentz? No. That's just me.
No, I just think it's up here. I don't think it's his ability. I don't think that. See. This is where I cross the road with a lot of people. I don't think that he descended because of his ability. I don't think that he is just gone. I don't think that like a lot of people say, oh man, he don't got no mobility. He don't got this. He don't got that. I seen him running for 40 yards against the Baltimore Ravens. I seen him running for 23 yards against Pittsburgh. I seen him do a lot of things that we asked from our quarterback who is mobile. My thing is, I think it's up here. Everything that I just named from agree with me and disagree with me, y'all too. And also everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to all of y'all that's still here because
someone said, no, please don't. I don't want to have another NFL player have a vendetta against us. Y'all gave him that reason. Let's keep it at me. Y'all making him. Y'all really making him feel that way. I mean, his Rory rumors say he feels betrayed. I mean, I hope it's not true,
but agree with me, agree or disagree with me on this, Joey. Agree with me or disagree with me on this, DA. Agree with me and disagree with me on this, chat. 2017, the Super Bowl that we won was the best and the worst thing that happened to this organization.
True.
I agree. True.
Okay.
True.
It was fantastic. It was the best moment of my life. But
you and me both.
But I saw where this was going after. We weren't getting rid of these veterans. We weren't getting younger.
It was like selling your soul or signing that's pretty much what it was. You would be cursed for the next 5 to 10 years. In return, you get a Super Bowl. Sign it right away. Forget all the little words. Forget all that shit. Just sign it.
Yeah, and honestly, between all of us here, I don't think we'd take it back either. I think if we heard that deal, I think at that moment we would have took it. I don't think we would have given a crap about it. We say it now like, oh, this was bad, but it wasn't bad. It's bad now, but
yeah. No. I definitely agree with you. Like we. Like 2017. Now that whole run was fun. Like everything was fun, man. Even the fact that we grinded Doug Peterson up in the Kansas City game for not giving LeGarrette Blount not one run, not one rush.
Didn't even run the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
That game, Donnell Pumphrey was supposed to be involved, if I'm correct. He didn't even last a drive. Remember that? He didn't even last a drive.
I hyped that kid up so bad.
It was supposed to be his time to shine that time.
I hyped that kid up so bad, bro. I was like, yo, he went to San Diego State, broke Marshall Faulk's all-purpose yard record. I'm like, this guy's gonna. And I'm seeing his vision in preseason. I'm like, I'm sitting there like wide open lane, and he goes the opposite way. And I'm just like, this guy doesn't.
I've got shit.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But did we pass on Devion Cook for him, or was that another draft? It's a running back. No, I think it was Alvin Kamara.
Oh, you talking about Dalvin Cook?
Oh, Dalvin Cook, bro.
No. The Vikings. Well, yeah, the Vikings kind of.
No. I think it was Alvin Kamara that we passed up on. I think that's who it was.
I ain't. Wait a minute, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, that's fine. He can stay. He can stay with the Saints. Huh? He can stay with the fucking Saints. I don't care.
Oh,
you don't like me?
Oh, it's called him Sinead. I can't stand his ass.
Bro, since we won that Super Bowl, they were like, we should have been in it. Like they've been, I
ain't like that. But also, if he was talking heavy in the Eagles uniform, we'd be all for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what playoff was that when they had the Meek?
Joe Mixon.
Mixon. We talking about Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. Yep. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Yep.
Could have had Joe Mixon. I was thinking about. Joe
He's
Mixon.
Not really panning out now either, isn't he?
He could have had Joe.
No, he hurt. Yeah,
he has been hurt though. He has been hurt.
Didn't he beat his wife or something?
That was a while back though. That was a long time.
That was during the draft.
I think that's why we ain't drafting though. I think that's why a lot of teams pass on him. But when you really look at
too.
yeah, I get it.
You guys like men beating? No, I'm just kidding.
We could have had Joe Mixon. We could have had DK Metcalf. We could have had such and such.
We should draft a kicker. If they draft a kicker the first round, I'll give them more respect. To be honest.
Damn.
Show that desert. Show that thing again. Jake Elliott's autograph towards you when you met him in person.
Oh, you met Jake Elliott, man? Did you?
Yeah, I met him and I met Zach Ertz too. Hold on, let me show you Zach Ertz too.
Oh man, I hope you did what Peterson did, telling don't miss another damn field goal.
Drop. Crush.
No. There we go. All right. Here's Zach Ertz jumping over a pile of shit. Hold up. I mean a Dallas player. Here it is right here.
Oh yeah, that John dope. I like
nice.
That.
Yeah, yo, Zach Ertz is tall, like up, yo.
Is he?
I'm glad that you brought that. How y'all feel about him this year or next year?
He's getting traded.
He's getting traded.
He's not going to be here next year.
All right,
don't tell me no.
Would you package him with Carson Wentz?
But I what?
What? But no. What was the Packers or the Ravens trying to offer though? Or they?
We don't know. We don't know. We won't know.
That's right.
Would y'all package him and Carson Wentz to like the Colts or the?
Ooh, damn!
No,
I want something big for that. I want something real big for that.
No. You're going to get something big for that, pause. But you
like a Byron Maxwell, Kiko Alonso deal right together. I would love that. I don't know how he did that. But that was the answer to our prayers. But
was it really though?
Byron Maxwell got burned for almost 200 yards.
Oh my God!
Over 200 yards from Julio Jones.
Byron Maxwell was booty juice.
Man, look. So yeah,
we bring in corner. It seems like every time we bring in a corner from another team, they just booty juice. Byron Maxwell. What's the dude that married Kerry Hilson? Kerry Washington.
I don't know. I'm looking for Kerry Williams, Bradley Fletcher.
No, what's the dude that married Kerry Washington, man? He had a long ass name, begin with an A. From the Raiders. We got him from the Raiders. I just can't. I know who I'm talking about. Number 24 from the Raiders. I can't remember. I don't know. I remember how to.
Here's an Elliott one.
My God, I forgot Asuma.
Oh yeah,
dude, I haven't talked about him in so fucking long.
What's his name? What's his name, man? I can't remember his name.
What's that?
24, the corner we used to have. They got paid a shit ton of money from the Raiders. I forgot.
From the Raiders.
Nabi Oswald?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Oswald. Yeah, Kerry Washington husband.
Oh man.
So he has a autograph. You met Jake Elliott, right?
Yeah.
Was he tall?
No, he wasn't tall at all. He was pretty small, actually, skinny. He was nice, very nice.
What do you say to you?
Huh?
What do you say to you?
He was laughing. He was dying when I told him the story, and that's what he pretty much. This is what he wrote, pretty much. If you can see it on.
Wait, what story? What story?
About the 61-yard field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That my reaction pretty much went viral. I told him about what happened there.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He was real cool though. He was real cool. He was dying. He was laughing.
No, he seemed like a cool dude. He just seemed like a guy that can't get 22-yard field goals. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know. We should find.
But once again, is that a mental thing? Because I play football, man, and I don't know if y'all really know like my background. I played in high school. I was a running back. I got recruited to Penn State, but I was still in the streets and I got shot in my leg, and my career was over after that. You know what I mean? So I really, really played football, and I know the mental of things. So when you really look at it with a Jake Elliott situation, is it because of your coach keep going for 2-point conversions while you sitting on the sideline saying, "Yo, let me kick the football," and he's saying, "No, I'm going 2 for 2," and then when he does put you in, it's like, "Oh man, I gotta make this. I gotta prove everything." You know what I mean? Because to me, man, I'm not even going to lie to you. I do blame some things on Jake Elliott, but once again, I'm going to put it on coaching, just like I do with everybody else.
Bro, he kicks the ball.
But look, I would understand
it's
for sure.
It's up here, bro. It's up here.
Yeah, the more he misses, it's gonna be up here.
For sure, if this was like a 45 or a 50 or a 50 or whatever, but a 22-yarder?
Bro, we're gonna take that. We're gonna take that fucking autograph. We're gonna go to his house. We're gonna burn that shit in his front fucking yard. Do some hula dance in front of it. I don't even care.
You on your own with that. You on your own with that when I'm on parole.
Right there,
I can't do none of that.
Right at his house, right there.
Yeah, I'm on parole. I can't do none of that. I ain't.
Prove me wrong. Yeah.
I ain't doing
all right.
that.
You should tweet and be like.
When I said that, kind of like Cody Parkey would have made that. Alex, what was it? Alex Henry or Alex Henry?
Wait! Don't bring up Cody Parkey. Come on, man. You can't.
He would have made that kick, fam. He would have made that kick.
Are we talking about one kick? How many kicks? Cody Parkey still missing big kicks. He's still missing big kicks. Here's one thing that I can say: when it's on the line, Jake Elliott does not miss. Now when it's second quarter, and I'm not saying he shouldn't miss, but when it's second quarter and it's things like that, he misses. But when it's on, if it's a game on the line, he doesn't miss. Like, just think about it. If it's a game on the line, or we need him to tie, or we need him to kick a field goal for us to win, he nails it.
But let's be honest here, though. What kicker hasn't really,
But I'm saying, like, what happens when he makes a 40-something yarder and then he gets close and misses it? Like, that's what I don't get.
It's just
it's crazy. I can't remember what team it was a couple years ago. They had 2 kickers. They had one for they had one kicker, and I mean, our team is not good enough to have 2 roster spots for kickers, but they had 2 kickers to where as though one was for long yardage and one was for short. Now, I'm not saying
you don't waste 2 roster spots on that.
That was a thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we should do that. We ain't got the roster. We don't got the roster spots for all that.
Oh crap!
I don't think so, bro.
I was gonna say, like, but what kicker hasn't really made it to like tie it or keep the game alive or whatnot?
Cody Parkey.
I get nervous every time he kicks. I get nervous
in his defense in 2018. That was a block. I mean, that was a block.
It was, but I'm talking about that whole year.
I can't say what I wasn't watching that whole year. All right.
No, the only reason I know because shout out to Chisel Adonis. He got like a page to where though he break down every single week about Eagles, but he like a comedian. Like, he funny as heck. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, y'all need to go sub to Chisel Adonis.
Is that he's on Twitter a lot, right? He puts a lot of like his skits on Twitter.
Yeah, he a Pittsburgh fan.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm
dude is hilarious. And the only reason I knew that because he brought up like that one John that he missed against us. He brought up all the kicks that he missed the whole year. And I was crying. When I say I was ADE, when I say I was crying, man. Like,
damn, I didn't know he had it that bad. And he was getting paid. Well, how much? 11 million.
Like
and the thing is, we get nothing in return. If we cut Jake Elliott, we're dead money in $2.3 million. This guy's a top 10 highest paid kicker in the league right now. Like,
and I don't understand why why did you have to pay him? Like, it ain't nobody wanted him.
Because he's a realm of 2017. Because he's a realm of the shrine of 2017. Just like everyone else they want to keep, and everyone else they want to keep playing, no matter if they're 30 years old or 60 years old with a cane. It doesn't matter at this point. It just doesn't. Like, it's
Green Talents. You definitely right. Ain't nobody messing with with David Akers, man. And that dude was legit. David Akers.
Green Talents. That's my own right there.
He still leads the Eagles in points. Like David Akers, man. He was legit, man.
He was one of the best. Yeah.
And it's crazy. He don't, because I don't think he played as long, but he's not a guy to talk about like Vinatieri and Justin Tucker and other kind of guys. You know what I mean? But when you talk about legit, that dude was legit, man. Oh, yeah. Seriously, shout out to Akers, man.
Yeah, I'll say it was about him, or what's his name, Jason Elam. That's his. He was I can't remember what kicker he was. I can't remember what kicker he was. I'm tripping. But Steven, I think it's Steven Ganikowski or Janikowski, something like that.
Oh, you talking about for the Patriots?
He was a Patriots kicker. Adam Vinatieri. He was a Colts kicker. Yeah,
you talking about Ganikowski? Yeah.
There's a lot of great kickers. I'm happy we had one of the best.
I kept him in my fantasy football. That dude was legit.
Yeah, we can't even get that. We can't even get the kicker position right. That's how bad it is.
Can't even get that can't even kick PATs like.
And another thing is,
these is cringy.
Another thing,
like, you just gotta oh my god, you got every time he kicks now.
And number two, like this like past three times already has changed the medical staff.
Wait, Jalen Kelsey was a first round pick,
and not even that though. They brought in two medical guys. They brought in one from the Vikings and one from I forgot what other team. I had it. Two guys that were pretty good, and I don't know what regimen they have into taking care of their bodies, or because these guys get hurt. These guys are frail glass, bro. They get broken so easily. It's crazy. Like I mean, we lose 4 players in 2 plays. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Like I'm like, oh, Darius Slay, McLeod, this one, that one. I'm just like, Jesus. Like just when everything's starting, and then I'm like, are we gonna lose this game? Like it's just like,
I don't never remember, especially as an Eagles fan, these last 4 years, players just dropping like flies like this, man. Like in game. Even players getting hurt and coming back in. I don't know if it's conditioning coaching. I don't know if it's the medical staff. I don't know what it is. But when you really break it down, man, it might be practice. And I understand, like,
practice. You said that last time.
Like, I understand it's so many things that with the with the players situation or whatever, that they can't practice like they did. You know what I mean? Like Andy Reid, he used to have 2 a days and all that kind of stuff. Like you can't do that now. And that is making the player softer, man. Where you really
it's a society, bro. That's what we live in now. Everything's soft now. That's just the way it is. Right. Like all these rules, all these like these penalties, like let these corners and these wide receivers go at each other, and like every time someone has a hand on somebody, they throw the flag. I mean, even in that Saints game, they missed a lot of calls on us. They missed a lot. They listed a helmet on Goddard, and his helmet was almost turned. I mean, they missed a lot of calls.
Oh my God, that
ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. Who? Oh my God.
Oh, and Miles Sanders had his helmet turned all the way around
to the back.
Wait. But how about since you brought up Dallas Goddard? How about that pass interference that his helmet got ripped off against Dallas, and he scored a touchdown? You know what I mean? Like when you
bullshit. I still.
Yeah. Another question. I want to put.
Fisher's been killing us this year too,
bro. I want to.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead. My bad. I'm being an asshole. My bad.
No, you good. Real fast though. Like the officials been really killing us. Like even in the Green Bay game, which I think would have switched everything, and Carson Wentz probably would have not got benched. How about them missing the pass interference on Boston Scott when he's running the seam route up, and the guy just basically grabs his hand and he can't even catch the football. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna go back a couple weeks. Even the who was that guy named Hunter? Was that Hunter? It was one of them guys, man, that just was tackled in the end zone and they didn't call it. The Dallas got her earlier this season. Hands being grabbed before he can get the football. Like when you look at it, man, I don't know what's going on. It's probably because we at the bottom, and you probably don't get calls like that when you at the bottom. But man, when I look at it, man, it's a list. It's a long list of things that they have missed. But it's also it's a short list of things that came into our favor. Like even that Alshon Jeffrey touchdown last week, that was pass interference. When you want to talk about him pushing, he pushed the hell out of dude. You know what I mean? It's just the whole, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right. But when you really look at it, man, like this officiating has been horrible, bro. It's been horrible, man. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's to the point sometimes you like, like I can do a better job than that. Like, what's going on? Like, what?
I forgot what I was gonna say. I totally lost. I had it. And
hey, Dak Burrito, what are you talking about? More apologies for Carr. I didn't even bring up Carr. See,
it just pisses me off when you got these type of clowns. Not necessarily saying dank, but just people that just.
Yeah,
sorry. Like anything that I say, and if I don't see, here's the thing, real fast, and I'm pretty sure DE and I'm pretty sure Joey, they're going to agree with me on this. We are Philadelphia Eagles fans first. We don't look at one player and say that's our guy, yada yada yada, whatever the case may be. But as soon as we don't grind somebody up like y'all do, it's like we are once apologists. My thing is, you're less than an Eagles fan than me, because I'm not going to sit here and try to grind somebody up who is supposed to be my starting and my also franchise quarterback, and want him to do bad and sit there and just grind everything up about him, because dudes like that, Burrito, whatever your name is, dudes like that is going to be the guys 3 years later, if Jalen Hurts is at the helm, it's going to sit there if we're not winning and grind Jalen Hurts up.
No. It's not. No. I'm sorry, cause it's not going to be 3 years. It's not even going to be the next game or 2 games. Just watch. But here's the funny thing about people that does shit like this. I felt like we've criticized Carson Wentz in this stream way more than we've actually given him credit, but I feel like they're just very selective on what they want to hear. And no matter how many times I try to mention it, that I've admitted several times that Carson Wentz been trashed this year. I can't defend him. I was a huge defender.
Right.
They just like that clown earlier. It's like, were you even listening? Or you new here? Like, I'm sorry, you going ahead though.
No, I mean, everything you said is true, because if I say one thing good about Carson Wentz, it's like, dude, why are you like I don't understand. And this is the reason that I say Carson Wentz needs to be traded, because of people like that, like this fan base. And I feel as though the organization didn't turn on him, but I feel as though they didn't do everything that they could do to make him flourish. Has he ever had a number one wide receiver? Answer me that. Dak Burrito? Answer me that. Because I'm going to tell you, hell no. Not even close. His best wide receiver was Alshon Jeffrey, and that was on his last leg. Like, when you really look at it, man, when you really dissect things, this organization and also us as a fan base. I'm gonna say us because I am a Philadelphia fan first. So I'm gonna say us. We have done him no justice because people don't understand, and I'm going to keep saying this. I say this on every platform that I get on. People don't understand. There's no stat for this, but for a guy that throws a touchdown on a torn ACL, that's my guy. That's my guy. For a guy that this year, when Miles Sanders fumbled in a Baltimore game, you want to know who was at the bottom of that pile trying to get the football? Your quarterback. The quarterback that you grinding up. He's a fighter. And to me, I understand. Has he played bad? Yes. Has he done this and has he done that? Yes. But he is a gamer. He is a guy that if I look at the sideline and I say, damn, who out here ain't ready to ball? It ain't gonna be him. And that's why I mess with Carson Wentz, because I feel as though he get his team his all. He has put his body on the line for so many years. He's been getting smacked. He's been getting hit, and whatever the case may be. And I feel as though he keep fighting and fighting. And sometimes the fight don't match the production. But what I can say is I know for a fact that this dude will not quit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Game Station 12. Go ahead, Joe. They said let you speak. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just listening. I'm enjoying it actually because I agree. Like, look, like I know I think he has passion as much as I joke on him a lot. I know he has passion to win. I know he wants to win. I think he's, like you said, his play is not matching what he's saying and what he wants to do, and to the point where he's doing way too much and he's trying to play hero ball. And I think he's trying to get some type of big play going every time he has the ball in his hands. I think he's trying to make something big happen every time he has the ball in his hands, and I think it's way too much, to the point where now every week he has to face the media. The pressure is more on him now, and now the pressure is really on him now because now he's got to decide for himself. Is he just going to let this slide and just see how the cards kind of play out, or is he going to is he going to request a trade? What if he requests a trade? What if he says, hey, I want to go to some guys are just benefiting from not being, some guys can't handle, some guys can't handle Philly media. Some guys can't handle the fan base. Some guys just can't handle Philadelphia in general. So I think there's a lot to it. Obviously, it's not just Carson. It's this front office. It's Howie Roseman, and it's Doug Pearson kind of scheming towards playing to Carson Wentz's strengths in games, and they're going to make a really tough decision. And I don't think Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts, he cannot have him over his shoulder. It just can't happen. I think Philadelphia has ruined Carson Wentz in a bad luck type of way. I think Carson's just had a lot of bad luck here.
Go on the apologist route. Go on the apologist route now.
He's had a lot of bad luck, but I don't dismiss his play. I mean, I made a video after the first game saying something was wrong, and I knew I was going to get a lot of heat for it, but I really honestly don't care. But that's just my take on it. It's going to be a tough decision. They need to figure it out, and they need to figure it out fast.
That's why I feel fresh. That's why I can't even answer your question.
Answer it.
I just say this is all I'm with. Players come and go. I was here before both of these guys were even born. I was a fan before both of these guys were even born. Mm-hmm. So look, this is all I rep in the end. I'm loyal to who's the starter. You feel me? Who's here? Period. That's who I support. It's like situations like this fan base is always divided. This person is a Wentz apologist or a Foles stand and all this nonsense. It's to the point. That's why I can't even stand my own fan base at times, because I had to log off of Twitter. I had to leave all these Eagles groups because of ridiculous shit like this.
No, speaking of that, man, real fast, I'm gonna let you go, but man, shout out to you. That joint that you did with your son and Mel Reese, that joint was dope, bro. I like that. That joint was dope, man. I like that. definitely like that, man. But yeah, man. It's a shame because I ain't gonna lie. I be feeling like I don't know if y'all listen to WIP, man, but I be feeling like Ike Reese. I really be feeling like Ike Reese when I'm up here talking on this platform or when I'm making these videos and I'm talking because I feel as though me and Ike Reese we on the same type of level. It's like am I a Carson Wentz fan? Yes. But the Eagles come before any freaking body.
Exactly.
But people don't understand what I'll be saying. I'll be saying that, all right, well, Doug needs to do this, Doug needs to do that, because look at the position that you put Carson in. And then I'll say, oh, well, you're going to put Jalen Hurts in the same position. And all people hear is, oh man, you apologize for Carson Wentz. No. I'm trying to make you see that this team could be better if things around the quarterback was better. That's all I'm saying. Do you know that the wide receivers don't get separation? Do you know that we're not getting schemed open? Do you know that we do not run the football? Do you know that do you know that Miles Sanders should have 1,000 yards except he had 774 yards? Do you know that? Do you know when you really look at it? This scheme is not, nobody's scared of it. Do you know that we have no identity? What the hell is our identity? Chat, let me know, because we ain't got one. That's the problem that I got that people don't understand. And that's on coaching to me. We have no identity. If a team comes in and they says, damn, what do they do best? I don't know. I don't freaking know. And that's going to be the answer to everybody. And I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat, if you're a real one, you can answer that. We have no identity. What do we do best? Nothing. Yeah. And that's the problem. And to me, that comes with coaching, man. Go ahead, Charles.
You know how sad this fan base is? It's going to be so sad. If Carson Wentz does get traded, it's not going to end because these Eagle fans are going to be monitoring every game Carson plays, and they're going to rub it in our face every week. And it's going to be like, you know, it's just going to be like that. Like, we're already dealing with this Nick Foles, Carson Wentz situation like we've been dealing with. It's still talked about, 3 years, 4 years later, okay? And now it's like, as soon as Carson Wentz leaves, these Eagle fans are going to be putting videos. Like, that's why I had on Twitter. It's like every player that does good somewhere else or they have a good play, they got to post it up. They got to post it up on Twitter. It's like, who cares? I don't care what they're doing. Is it helping us win? No. I could care less if Nelson Aguilar has, 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns of the year. I care less at this point.
And what pissed me off the most was Nick Foles when he came back and beat the with the Bears, he made that comeback and beat the Falcons, and all these Eagles fans was all hype and celebrating. I'm like, but that's the Bears win. How does that benefit us? Why are we celebrating? So
do you know once again, WIP, it's a dude ESP, man, and I ain't gonna lie to you. This dude, I don't know how the hell he got a job. But shout out to him. I don't want nobody to not be able to feed their family. You know what I mean? But this dude does not know nothing about football. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said that the Eagles should trade Carson Wentz for Nick Foles right now.
That was Eagles fans. Oh my God!
Like
what?
He just tweeted it, bro. He just tweeted it earlier today.
All right, his family doesn't deserve to eat after that comment. Sorry.
And that's what I'm saying. We all know, like love Nick Foles. You know what I mean? Appreciate
there Eagles fans I've heard also say that too. But
me too. But love Nick Foles. You know what I mean? Appreciate everything that he did. But this dude is not a guy that's going to carry a franchise. He just not. He never played 16 games. And everybody wants to say, oh, Carson Wentz is injury prone. Bull crap, because he hasn't been injured in 2 years. And also he completed 2 16 games. You know what I mean? And he did go out last year. I thought as though it was a cheap shot. I don't know how a lot of people say that. Oh, and that's the crazy part. When you see what he suffered last year, right? With the clown hit, you know how many people came into my comments and said, "Oh, he should have slid. He should have did this. He should have did that." Man, freaking stop it, man! It was a cheap hit. Like just admit it. It was a cheap hit.
It doesn't matter how long that play takes. Like the guy could have still ran after him after he went on the ground 10 minutes later and still hit him on the ground. Regardless, he has no control over who's going to hit him late. It just happens. It just happens. It's just he can't control that.
And here we go. Dak Burrito. Foles is great here. And all that kind of like this and this is where I really look at your not Eagles intelligence, but football intelligence. Like, you want to say he's great here? And I love I love Nick Foles. You know what I mean? I love the fact that he won a Super Bowl. But let's really dissect it real fast. Give me about a minute. Let's dissect it. Okay. He takes over in the game. I think Carson Wentz already had one. And he throws one throw to Nelson Aguilar, third down, and that clinches the game. I thought as though Carson Wentz already won that game. All right. So he comes out in the Oakland game. Booty juice. He was booty juice. This is 2017. He comes out in Giants game. I think he threw like 3-4 touchdowns. He was good in that game. You know what I mean? Let's go to Atlanta game. Because the Dallas game, I think he only played 1 or 2 series, and he wasn't good in that one.
Wait, what game? What year are you talking about?
2017.
So you got to add in that Raiders game because he had a really bad.
That's what I said. I said the Oakland
game. Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, I said the Oakland game. He was booty juice.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was booty juice. I think we had like 3-4 turnovers. He was bad. The defense won that game. Okay, so let's go and then I said the Giants game, and then it was the Cowboys game. Okay, so let's go to the playoffs, right? The Atlanta game, he was not good. He was not. I'm sorry. I like Nick Foles, but the defense really won that game. He was not good. Didn't throw a touchdown. I think he only had like 211 yards. He was not good. Minnesota game, I think he balled, but the defense showed up with these turnovers. You know what I mean? That we are not getting now. Let's talk about that. We're not getting these turnovers that the defense was getting. Now, the Super Bowl, oh my gosh. That dude, like you can't play better than that. I'm not even going to lie to you. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? But everybody leveled up. Alligator Arms Aguilar leveled up. Corey Clement had the best game probably his career that he ever had. You know what I mean? Alshon Jeffrey came up in the first half until they put Stephon Gilmore on him. You know what I mean? So when you really, really look at it, the whole team was balling other than the defense. Oh my gosh. But we're not going to get into that. All right, so let's go to the year after that, right? The Atlanta game again. He was bad. He was so bad that they had to bring in the Philly special again. Just to get the offense going. And I'm not saying it's just to throw dispersions on Nick Foles. I like Nick Foles, but I want everybody to stop praising him and putting these shrines up like our Chris Long. Just stop it. Because I like Nick Foles, but at the same time, man, he had his spurts. And how many times you think a guy can do what he did in spurts with one team? It's not gonna keep happening. He's not gonna keep coming over here and having these spurts. You know what I mean? Because when you really look at it and break it down, man, I felt as though the team played better, and a lot of people was healthy when Nick Foles came in at the end of 2018. Just like this year. Now, Carson Wentz playing bad. No problem. But I thought as though the offensive line this year against the Saints played better than any game that they did. And a lot of that is because Jalen Hurts got busy. He got out of there. But also, the defense played their best game of the year also. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why it takes a backup quarterback to come in and juvenize the team or whatever you want to call it. But when you really look at it, it's like the whole team plays better. It's not just the quarterback. You know what I mean? It's not just a quarterback that's making the mistakes. It's not just a quarterback that's doing good. Even in 2017, I don't just give Carson Wentz praise. I keep saying and I keep telling people we was number 3 in rushing. LeGarrette Blount was balling. Jay Ajayi, they brought him in. Corey Clement, even Derek Sproles before he went out. Like everybody was balling, man. It's not a one-person game. This is not basketball. This is football, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think even using the use of these running backs was fantastic because they used them. I mean, every play that they've used them on was they used them the right way on certain situations, which was great. And you couldn't beat this 3-headed back. So even Barner as well on special teams, even him. And if he didn't put anything up on offense, he was great at receiving those punts. So I think everything worked out, but I don't get the same thing like what you said. Like I don't get how we change our to a backup quarterback, and all of a sudden the whole team is just like a totally different team. Like linebackers are getting to even Duke Riley probably had his best game of the year. Alex Singleton has been a good player all year.
I like him.
Very, very good. And defensive line, I think, obviously with maybe Javon Hargrave, maybe just, because he's been that 3-4 nose for so long, maybe just getting adapted to a 4-3 wide 9, whatever it is, maybe it just took him this long. But he's really been, I've seen Fletcher getting double teamed. He come in on those one-on-ones and do a good job. I think obviously Josh Sweat should get more reps. I mean, Jesus. I mean, this guy should have been a late first round, probably a mid to a late first round pick, and went to a fourth round pick because of his injuries in college. So he had some knee issues or whatnot. I'm not really a big fan of Derek Barnett. I think he would be good, but unfortunately,
I think Josh Sweat is better than Derek Barnett.
Yeah, I think the injuries to Derek Barnett have just really hindered his ability to really showcase. He's not playing like a first round talent. That's definitely for sure.
He's not.
But Brandon Graham was a little quiet even last game. But if you're getting pressure, you're doing your job. I'm not saying your numbers have to be big or whatnot, but we want the certain guys to, like you said, it's just the whole team just got better. But still, we're doing the old bullshit. We're still putting Greg Ward on punt returns. Like we're not going with things that work. It's just. I'm just really
football enough.
The special teams coach was like, it's a week to week basis on who they want to use. Like, what is that supposed to mean? You're scheming against 3 walls going downfield. I don't get what you're scheming against. Go with your best guy. So, I don't get it. They still do they kind of go. They do good things, but they go back to their old ways on certain things, and it makes no sense. Go with what's been working and get it done, and that's it. So
I definitely agree with you, man.
So we're hitting a 3-hour mark right now. I didn't realize we're on for 3 hours. I didn't expect 3 hours today, but
that's kind of my fault, man. If anybody know how I get down, man, I get down.
I know you do. I know you do.
That's kind of what it's supposed to be about, though. Let's educate these freaking the critics and shit.
You could talk about this shit all day. It's sad. It's really sad. And guess what? It won't change anything because we're not. We don't make that money over there. So.
You know what's crazy though, Joe? It's so crazy that I feel as though me, you. A DE like I feel as though we could do a better job than what's going on. And that's a shame. That's a shame, man. Like shout out to my guy Gate City, man. I want you to be the quarterback coach. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, Joe. I want you to like DE. I want y'all to pick the talent. Like we can pick the talent better than what's going on here. It's no way, and I said this, and people can go check my videos. I said this when we drafted JJ. It's no way that you pass on DK Metcalf. It's no way. It's just no way. This dude is a physical specimen, but he's not a locker room guy, y'all.
It's not even him. It's Terry McLaurin. It's AJ Brown. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It was said he was supposed to be the next Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, with a little bit more speed. That's what it looked like.
Yeah,
and it's crazy that like people say I'm a West apologist, right? But I also like when you're on the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm going to look at the things that you do good, and I'm going to bring them up. When we got JJ Arcega-Whiteside, even though I grinded Howie up about it, I said, all right, well, let's look at everything that JJ Arcega-Whiteside does good. Can he be the next Alshon Jeffrey? Man, I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? But nobody says I'm a JJ Arcega-Whiteside apologist. You know what I mean? So if you are a Philadelphia Eagle, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at the things that you do good. You know what I mean? I'm also going to point out the things that you do bad, like I have done with everybody. You know what I mean? But when you really look at it, man, like look at the wide receivers that Carson Wentz had to deal with. You want to talk about Dora Green Beckham?
oh my God!
You want to talk about a Josh Huff? You want to talk about you want to talk about a Jordan Matthews who they kept bringing back. I don't know why. You know what I mean? You want to talk about all right? Probably get Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith. And then you get you still got Nelly out there, you know what I mean? And then it just kept going on and on. Matt Hollins, Sheldon Gibson, and all these dudes from 2017 draft who was a bust. Do you know it's only one player? No, two. It's only two players on this team from the 2017 draft. That is Derek Barnett and Nate
Gary. Yeah,
Nate Gary. I don't know why Nate Gary's still here, but. I don't know why he's still here.
But say that, man. I ain't gonna say nothing else, man. Y'all got it till we close out, man. Seriously. It's a shame.
I ain't gonna lie though. I was a bit excited about Dora. Okay, not a bit, but I was pretty excited for Dora Green Beckham. It was him and I can't that Bryce dude.
The Tricks. Bryce Tricks.
He had one good fucking catch and that was it.
That one play, I was like, yo, we got a wide receiver.
He had one good catch against the Giants deep, and after that he disappeared.
So did Matt Hollins. Matt Hollins had one highlight. Like if you go Google Matt Hollins highlights, right? It's going to be one play against
the Redskins game. The Redskins game.
Oh my God! I thought Matt Hollins was going to be great with us too, man. Oh my God!
But why? But my thing is, you keep trying to be now. I'm cool with the Carson Wentz pick from a small school, but why is you drafted from North Carolina and San Diego State, and you got Alabama players just waiting in the wing? You got like I don't understand it. You know Howie has never drafted an Alabama player, like never. I mean, you want to say Jalen Hurts, but he didn't play. He wasn't with Alabama when they drafted him. He never drafted an Alabama player, bro. Why? Like I don't understand it. Why are you not getting the talent from these? And he had plenty of opportunity to. Plenty. Why are you not drafting these guys from these big schools? You want to eat? Go ahead, man. Like I said, I'm done. Man. I'm done.
Even like 2 drafts ago, when it was a heavy defensive line draft, Howie has got to be the smart guy in the room and go offensive line, and go totally different position. Like I wanted one of them Clemson defensive linemen that year really badly. Any of them, I didn't care who the hell it was at that point. But they need to bring an evaluator. They gotta put a leash. They gotta put a leash on Howie Roseman and. Like I don't care if Doug stays, but I don't even think if this even the Saints game doesn't really save his job. I don't know if this team even makes to the playoffs. Is it really a successful year? I mean,
a lot of people say yes. Last year wasn't a successful year, so I guess not. I guess not because when you look at it, it's like when we was in the head and it was the NFC East, yada yada yada. But now all of a sudden that. Washington and the Giants and also the Cowboys, they being competitive now is oh man, if you get into the NFC, if you got to face one of these guys, you don't want to face one of these guys because who knows? But I'm not going to say successful because every single year we're going down. When you look at it, you know what I mean? We was 11. We was we was 11 and what 2017 11 and damn no, we was 13-3. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Carson Wentz. All right, so we was 11-3, right? Last year, 2 years ago, 9-7. This year, well, 9-7, and we backed in because the who was it? The Vikings. The Vikings lost to the Bears, and we ended up playing the Bears and beat the Bears. Last year, 9-7 again. This year, even if we win this year, we're going to be 7-8-1. So it's like everything, like we backslide, and we doing, we backslide. We doing a moonwalk more than Michael Jackson, man. R.I.P. to him. So when you really look at it with this team, man, like it's a successful. I don't know, but I do want to get into the playoffs. I do want my young talent to know what it's like to be in the playoffs, know what it's like to have everything, on the line. You know what I mean? But I do feel as though Carson Wentz kind of experienced that, even though it wasn't a significant playoff game last year.
Yeah, 8 plays. That was it.
right. No, no, but I'm talking about before that. If he lose any of them games last year, we don't go to the playoffs. So to me, it's not a playoff. It's not an official playoff game. But to know that if you lose, you're out. To me, that's kind of like a playoff game. And I feel as though dudes like Boston Scott, you know what I mean, Miles Sanders, Greg Ward, and dudes like that, they kind of got that feeling. And maybe they didn't because they probably like, man, we playing with house money. It is what it is. Let's just ball. But to actually know if you lose, you go home. I want my young talent to know what that's like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. I got it. So, I think I'm going to close out the stream. I appreciate everybody, Philly Fresh. I appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate you bringing me in. Come on, man.
We're gonna do a lot. We're gonna do a lot more. I just put Philly Fresh's link to his YouTube channel in the live chat. If you guys want to go over and subscribe to his channel, do appreciate it. Great Eagles content creator, as well as Desert Eagle 90. Me and Desert Eagle are live streaming from both channels, so hit the like button on both of these streams. Do appreciate that. And if you guys haven't subscribed to all three of us, hit that subscribe button because we got a lot to talk about. We still got some games left, and hopefully the Eagles could pull it out. So. Yeah, that's about it.
Our part, I'm happy in the end. As long as we play our part,
Right.
It was a little too late for us to get that momentum though because Washington's, 2 games ahead of us, and we got 4 games left.
Yeah,
3.
Oh, 3. That's right, 3.
So
sadly, I kind of got Washington. I was gonna go with the Eagles as upset, but Washington and Seattle. I smell upset on that one.
Okay, so Washington, they got Seattle, then they got Baltimore, then they got us. So I think that they can win. I think that they can win one. I think they can win 1 out of 2 games. But if we win out, I still think that we can win the NFC East.
Yeah, I agree. Could. We'll see though. We'll see.
Oh, Panthers. It's Panthers. My bad. It's Panthers.
Seahawks, Panthers. No.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Panthers.
Yeah, Seahawks, Panthers. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna see, man. Russell Wilson gonna have he gonna. I mean, either the defensive line gonna have a field day, or he gonna have a field day with that secondary because, man, when he get busy, he can get busy. But he been off and on. He went from MVP to
yeah.
Sadly, that's
All
right, Sean.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Hope you guys have a good night. We'll be back with our live stream soon, and watch out for more
Once
videos.
again, Joe, appreciate you having me on DE. Man, appreciate you, man. It's first time me and you got to, bust it up, man. This definitely was a movie, man. I'm prepared to do it again, man. Once again.
We'll do it again.
Y'all.
Promise you guys.
All right,
Appreciate
brother.
everybody. See you guys later, all right?
All right.